hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, Lib, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up when the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek together.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces in the building. With me, I got my man Liv.
And today, I'm the Sasson Daddy.
Sasson
Daddy. Big Daddy Addy. Sofrito Papi. Sasson Stepdaddy. That's how it's going. That's going to be it right there.
Sasson Stepdaddy, bro. I'm mad at you.
We at some point we gotta start like making like either shirts or merch or something like that with his.
The Sasson Step, yeah, fam.
With his catch.
Like Sofrito Papi needs
bro.
a shirt. Like we pretty much need to bring back to my Rushmore head and just put Sofrito Papi.
Sofrito Papi.
Under. You know what I'm saying? Like,
as always, I got my man Bacardi in the building.
What's good, everybody? How we doing today?
We are doing good, and as always, we got Didge here.
What's up, people? How y'all?
Doing great, man. So Batman is Batman giving head or not?
Bro, that's how we started.
Yeah, that's how we
That's
started.
what we gonna
Came
do.
in high.
Because I don't
High.
even care. I mean, Harley Quinn was raping Robin. So,
Like, you know what
He
I'm
raped
saying?
the fuck out of
I
Robin.
mean, why they all on Batman now?
Because Batman, they pointed him out.
It made a lot of sense though, because I feel like he was like.
It made sense. What, that he done or that he?
I feel like it depended on the Batman. Like I saw another IG video where they were going through all the Batmans.
Yeah.
And I think it was Val Kilmer's.
Yeah.
They were like, that
I
nigga
saw that
ain't.
picture.
I
saw that.
They're like, that nigga ain't no.
Val Kilmer's vagina.
Doesn't.
Yeah. Like,
they had Batfleck like it's his fucking job.
yeah. Like, but I feel like I said, like if you think about like the animated Batman, like the cartoon Batman, I don't think he eat no vagina, bro.
Why?
Because the animated Batman was really like.
No, animated Batman was the best Playboy Bruce Batman. Like
We talking about Bruce. We talking about Batman.
I just said I heard on a different podcast that was like Batman mask is set up for it.
he got handlebars.
He got handlebars.
He got handlebars for it.
The nose part of the mask is right at the clit.
They just keep stripping everything human about this
He
nigga,
ain't got
bro.
no face. This is perfectly cut out. Like, fam, I'm sure.
But I just feel like that's what I'm saying. Like I told you, like from the skit when they told this nigga about Batman had to go to jail in that movie, and he's like, "You want me to do what?" Like I feel like Catwoman would be like, "Hey, you ain't going down." He like, "What?" Like,
he was like, "Turn up, we gonna turn ourselves in." He was like, "Nigga, who is we?"
Right? Yeah, like.
He was like, "Nigga,
He's like, we doing each other, right?" He like, who is we? Like, it's a 68, bitch.
68, dog.
Like,
Said, bitch, I'm a bat.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
also he hang upside down. He a bat."
no, foul. I feel like women were asking. Like, we're talking about the demeanor of Batman, not billionaire Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne got to do whatever he got to do to keep the roll up. Because he don't want to be Bruce Wayne. He want to be Batman. So to be Batman, to be Bruce Wayne is to do whatever it means to be a billionaire playboy.
But most of the women that Batman mess with, they end up unmasking him. They know who he look. Selena Kyle, she knows how he look. She know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Talia al Ghul know
That's
who
what I'm saying.
Batman
By that
is.
time when he unveiled though, like I'm saying, if he
because Batman usually when Batman and Selena Kyle Catwoman are messing around, they in full costume, like they role playing.
He not,
bro.
He not eating no cat though.
Why
Batman not eat. Bruce Wayne eating cat.
No.
That's why when he finally let them know, like I'm Bruce Wayne.
No.
That sex is different. Yeah, that sex is different, nigga. Like that sex is different. Like, oh, you Bruce Wayne and you Batman. Like, yeah.
But he don't do that to Catwoman. They be in full costume fucking.
But she still does know how he looks. So that's what I think. That situation, he going down.
So
I mean, yeah.
Going down. So he only going down on certain ones.
Yeah, like, yeah. But it's like a breaking in stage. If you just fucking with Batman, like if I meet you first as Batman, then you ain't getting none of that shit. And until I tell you I'm Bruce Wayne, then you can incorporate all that shit.
But then also, if you watch the storyline of Batman and Catwoman, they have never technically told each other who they were. They just know. Like, And that's why they always in costume. They
But
never.
he knows she know.
He knows she know, and she knows she know, but they never vocally
but that's
said
why,
it.
That's why I said in this situation.
And they never went out with each other as just Bruce and Selena. They only
They never with each other. Bruce
no,
and
they just get up as Batman and Catwoman. They always either on the top of a roof fucking around.
That's because that's some role play shit.
Right.
But I would say, if anybody, Selena getting A. Anybody Batman fuck with other than Selena, they're getting real Batman treatment. Like,
I don't know, because Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Talia al Ghul. But
Damien too motherfucking proper to be happy for a nigga.
Talia know him as Bruce.
And Batman, too.
Yeah, no, she knows both, but I'm saying, like, she's seen him. Like,
Damien act too much like actual Batman to be like, that nigga don't eat no pussy either. Damien ain't gonna eat no pussy when he get older, Damien ain't eat no pussy either. He gonna be like, ew, bitch, no. Like Damien really gonna be on that shit. Like,
well, Damien's also different. I think he's worse than Batman.
That comes from not eating pussy. That's a child born from not vagina getting ate, nigga. Like, this nigga disgusted with everything. Nigga, he emo as a bitch. Like,
That's
the vagina
funny.
was not well, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't well trained. It's not Kobe beef coming out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't massaged enough to get the baby out. So the baby came out all tough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just find it funny that legit took over headlines for like 2 whole days.
Had me crying.
Like, it was like, when I first saw it, I'm like, who added this? Who wanted this? Who wanted this in there? Like,
I can understand.
Well, it was the Harley Quinn show.
Yeah.
goes there with like all
They was
types
going
of
to,
stuff.
and then they got the call from DC, and they was like, "Hey man, we can't be doing that."
But yet they movies be all fucked
That's
up.
what I said. Like y'all draw the line at him eat a vagina, but like y'all let him snap a nigga neck. Like what?
That definitely would have gave him some points. Like, we definitely would have wanted to see that in Harley Quinn. Like, that would have gave him some points.
That show is great.
Like, so I think, yeah, because I actually forgot it was for that, yeah.
But Zack Snyder said it's canon. He posted a picture.
He posted the picture.
Zack Snyder
Batman
said-
was face deep.
She was laid down on the back. He was in there. I'm talking about he was scuba diving. That nigga was in there.
That was so crazy because I'm like, fam,
That's
Zach Wild. Like, what time are we in? What time are we in where no longer the superheroes are really they not for kids no more?
No.
They not. Like, we grew up with all these motherfuckers, they like, fuck them little kids, nigga. Like, y'all my fans. Like, all my 30, 40, like, y'all my fans. So
they for some
ain't no
kids.
12-year-old.
Certain storylines.
See, that's
for
the thing.
kids.
Certain storyline. Here's the thing. Batman has evolved. Like, okay,
you got a DC after
well,
dark
because
now.
you got to think about the storyline of Batman. Like there's always tragedy, but Batman probably got one of the worst tragedies in all comic book lores. So it's like, bro,
Does he know? Superman had a whole planet destroyed.
I didn't say he was
Hey,
the.
does he know?
I said one of the worst.
Did you say what? I feel like that shit's small. That nigga
On the real.
He had real. He just had
a regular.
He had a human problem, nigga. Like,
I disagree just on the fact that that's like plenty comic books. That
shit happened to regular folk.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a
But I'm not only talking about just the start. I'm talking about fam. Gotham is the worst.
You trying to get this nigga a power that he ain't got.
Gotham became worse when Batman became
I'm not
Batman.
saying, but I'm just saying.
That's it.
Is Gotham not the worst city in all the comic book cities?
Because of Batman.
But it's still, he got to deal with it. So
He's the one that created Gotham.
But what I'm saying is, it's
We
still
told you that.
dark.
Remember, we already been to this. Batman as the landlord for like half the goddamn of Gotham,
We're
bro.
arguing something I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that. But what I'm saying is, that is dark now. Gotham, Batman,
but they
everything
say you
is
can't
dark
call
now.
it tragic when it's Batman fault.
On the real.
Why not? You call it something tragic?
Gotham is Gotham because of
But
Batman.
either way it goes, it's dark. It's
Hey,
not kids anymore.
I'll give you that.
That's my. I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing.
I'll give you that for sure.
The reason why Batman is where it's at right now and Gotham is where it's at, you can't give that to kids anymore.
That's what I'm saying. What's so funny is you really,
They deal with
honestly,
psychological fucking warfare.
there ain't been a bright ass, colorful Batman since fucking Adam West.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, and I think this is sort of what you're arguing, it shouldn't be. Gotham is hell.
Yeah, Gotham is hell, bro.
What? Now, why Gotham is hell? We know why.
Right.
But Gotham is hell.
That's no longer a kid's comic. That is a graphic novel.
So, like, I get it. It shouldn't be because Gotham is hell.
So we should have got past Batman eating vagina a long time ago.
We definitely should have.
Which is why
It just
we
never
should
came
already that's what I'm saying. That's because we've already, like you saying, that we've already looked at Gotham like this. So the fact that it came out of DC like no, he don't do that. Like nigga, since when?
Right.
Like he's been in my imagination eating vagina all through Gotham.
That's
Nigga.
somebody who's like, wait, that's where y'all draw the line? I just did a whole book about Batman ripping people's necks off.
Like,
and y'all was like,
nigga,
cool, let's get that out there.
I know young Bruce in Gotham was eating vagina, nigga. Like when he had that episode in the bed, nigga, like That nigga over the bed and 2 bottles. Like, bitch, we been partying, nigga. Like, what you mean?
We legit got. I can imagine that conversation. Like, okay, wait, so Batman can't eat pussy, right? All right, okay, but Scarecrow, he can fear people with gas to death, right? Okay, that's cool. That's good. Okay, so the Joker can blow up a whole kid's hospital, right? That's cool. All right, that's cool. All right, Bane, he can like just go around breaking niggas back because he killed Alfred. Y'all was cool with that, right? Okay, he was cool with that. All right. Oh wait, so Batman can enslave multiple Robins and keep them on the chain. That's cool. All right, but he can't eat pussy. Like, all right, I didn't know where the line was.
He don't please women.
and what makes it even funnier is the amount of shit they already let the Harley Quinn show do.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
Because she's not a hero.
But even with the heroes in that show up in there.
True,
right.
but what they said that we sell heroes to kids and our heroes can't do that. That's what they told them.
Like what's funny though?
It sounded as if they, basically you just can't show it because the way the article ended, they might just be throwing like, yeah, Catwoman gonna show up the next day like, man, Batman was out here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna say like, it's funny because I can still believe Batman not doing it because the only bitches that Batman really fuck with is bad women. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel just be like they be like asking him like, so you're not going down and like he like, bitch, you a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, get your life together, baby. You can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can think of really like, you don't get this treatment. Like
also where we got robbed because you remember who voiced that Batwoman? I mean that Catwoman.
Isn't that also else? Yeah.
So we missed that. We missed the opportunity to hear Sanaa Lathan's orgasm voice.
Fam, that was creep mode. I wasn't going there at all. But this nigga opened up a door in the back of my head like, bro, you ain't been down this whole way.
When he said we got robbed, I knew where he was going.
Y'all knew where I was going.
I knew this conversation was
I didn't. The light, you know how you see the light under the door in the hallway? Like, I was walking through my hallway in my mind like, hey, what's going on over here? That nigga said that. I got close to the door. That shit annihilate the sex voice. Like, let me check this out.
Don't mind if I
did not know this was here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was something that you like.
Did not know that was there. Like, now,
you
know what I'm saying? Like, that was definitely like, that's open up the creep.
So what y'all been up to?
Wait, before that, now I do got a question. It's completely off topic, so let's before.
Mine's gonna be off topic. I was gonna ask what y'all was up to.
So, let me ask this
get into our
question
content.
then. Yeah, let me ask this question then because I heard something else I heard on the podcast and I've been thinking about it ever since. So when you're thinking, do you hear a voice?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was going to ask that.
What's wrong with y'all?
All right, no. Let me. So when you think, do you actually hear it, or do you just think it?
You hear it in your conscious.
I'm talking
Hearing is subjective.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Do you,
when
so
I
you
think
hear
I'm
it?
talking
So you
to
hear
myself. Yeah.
50% of people don't.
50% of people don't.
What the fuck does that even mean?
What does that mean?
So, and I actually I've been asking people since.
Yeah.
So one of my friends, she said that when she thinks, there's no voice. I was like, do you hear yourself talking back? Like when I'm thinking about what I gotta do through my day, I hear myself sort of explaining it basically back to myself.
I hear my voice.
Yeah. She said no.
Yeah.
She hears
50% of people
nothing.
don't.
What does she hear?
She doesn't hear anything.
nothing.
You just sort of visualize like a list.
So you just see a visual?
She said she just see a visual list of like.
Yeah.
Did she see herself doing it?
No. It's like let's say if this is a piece of paper, she would just see.
Like is that where we got that whole idea of shit of shit being in front of you that you just kind of like swiping?
Yeah, but it's not her swiping.
Visually.
It's like she just like if you think like damn I want a burger, right? So we hear that damn I want a burger.
She see a picture of the burger.
I can see a picture of the burger. But like it makes sense because I heard somebody say
I don't think that makes sense.
That don't
no,
make sense.
but I'm saying
I feel like them motherfuckers are the ones that are out here doing the most randomest shit.
Those
Ain't
people
nobody,
that survive
ain't
the
nothing in your
apocalypse.
mind telling you like chill the fuck out, man. You doing a lot, like you doing a lot.
But
all you
not-
visualizing is chaos. Nigga. We here, like
what makes sense that half the people don't because I know somebody who said that they thought like you hear it in movies and stuff. You see it in movies. I know somebody in actually in the podcast I was listening to, somebody said it there too, that they thought it was all for Hollywood dramatic effect.
What?
And she thought like, hearing it in the movie. And at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, that's weird. Like, all right, whatever, just went about my day. But now hearing that fact, it makes sense. That person probably doesn't hear themselves either.
You know what?
Like, Hollywood just doing this for the movie.
You never watched the Wonder Years.
No, they did.
You couldn't have. Cause that's the whole movie. The whole Wonder Years is literally
what he's saying is the person watched
all that.
They watched it and they thought that was just Hollywood.
Thought that was just for Hollywood. They never think that people actually
that
did
happened
that.
to people in real life.
I feel like Wonder Years was more like like a narrative instead of that.
But
voice.
it was his head. It was still.
Yeah, but they still thought it was for
Yeah, they
Hollywood.
still thought it was just for TV. They didn't think that
They didn't. Nobody. They didn't think like the actual.
Dog,
thing.
that shit.
And that's the same. It's so when I like. It's been in my head ever since.
I meant to bring this topic up last one because I've been.
Yeah, I heard it after before last one too. And I just forgot as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, dog, it's been in my head. I've been asking people.
Yeah, me too. I've been
and
asking mad people that.
It's crazy because it really is. But
I mean, it can't be video. Like I haven't heard. Like there's no one, bro. It's 4 of us here, and ain't nobody. Everyone
And
thinks.
you know what?
That doesn't
next
mean
door,
that this
it could be 4 niggas next door. And they go, like, no, what you talking about?
That doesn't mean 50% of people
Yeah.
everywhere you go.
Well, I guess you know, like out of how many people, like they did the test, like how
I mean,
many people
how many people whoever they surveyed, we don't know. But
so you know how they be saying like every 1 in 10 people can have this, so it was like it got to be an actual like.
Yeah, somebody probably
somebody did a lot of survey of it because I mean it's a simple question.
Bro, that don't make no sense though.
I know.
I just wanted to bring it up because I'm like,
but that's because
crazy.
That's because we all here.
But see, like my thing is like I do all of that. Like I visualize, I talk to them, like everything.
Same thing. But like I said,
I actually see myself doing the thing that I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and I don't do that.
I like if I'm like, oh, I got.
But I don't think that. But that's not crazy to me. I mean, I don't do that. But that's
me
not
talking.
crazy.
I gotta do some editing tomorrow. I gotta do some editing later. I physically see myself sitting down and ready to edit.
I be visualizing myself going ham. Like, hey, this shit gonna be cold. When I used to do beats, I would have a beat in my head like, bro, I can't wait till I get to the crib, dog. Like,
bro, definitely.
When I be writing,
yes.
You didn't make the whole. I didn't categorize what packs I'm finna go to immediately when I get home. Like,
well,
bro.
Let me just get this straight. Everybody hears
hears
a
it.
voice.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because if one of y'all did it, like, I don't know.
You know what's funny?
I don't know.
So you went,
That's what my head was
no
thinking.
chasing.
Yeah, no chasing.
So it was Timothy De La Ghetto podcast that was saying that. So Ricky
he dropped
Shucks.
the day like ghetto.
Oh yeah, Timothy Chantarangsu, I forgot. But Ricky Shucks, his co-host. Same thing Liv said. He said, I don't trust motherfuckers that don't hear that shit. He was like, that shit is weird
That's
to
what
me.
I just said though. Like, bro, I mean, if you don't got nobody telling you nothing, you out here doing the fuck you want to do.
You know what, bro? I'm about to go home and ask Rocky, like, hey, when you think you hear a voice, because depending on what she say, we might, I might be a single man next week.
Hey, that was what word for word. Basically,
that's what he
I
said.
I'm asking everybody, bro. Like, I'm asking. That's right now. That's like dating 1-on-1 right first. Hey, how do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you think?
This is really gonna be the question that determines like the quality of person that you are.
Right?
Huh?
What if one of your kids don't hear?
My kid. You know what? It's funny because
It'll
Zayda
explain
be
itself
telling
for
me.
me. If you might tell me she don't hear herself, it would explain everything.
Because I talk to her and I be like, what do you be thinking about in your little head? She be like, fun. I'm like
all
like,
pictures, nothing but pictures.
You just talk to yourself about fun. She's like, yep.
Oh, okay. At least
I think they all think in their head. You know, I know Serena definitely does. I gotta ask Ray if one of them does it. I'm gonna have to do something, bro. I'm gonna have to do something.
Like, no, that's wild.
Take a recording and just put it over her ears while she sleeps.
Like, talking
Like,
perfect.
think, motherfucker, talk to
Her
yourself.
voice gonna be literally live. Daddy, I be thinking about you telling me not to do shit. Like, I said, like, yeah. Bro, I've never.
It's something you don't think about.
You
though.
really do think everybody thinks like that, but I mean, it's also like you realize in the world that everybody don't think the same anyway. But it's like,
But
I've always thought that was like a general thing.
I thought people were still at least hearing themselves.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's ever been. Fam, I feel like to me that came from just like that. Even that voice in your head or whatever came from like trauma, like being in shit, whatever. You just be like, where you might mumble to yourself, but then eventually you just start just saying, like, I don't even want nobody to know I'm talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and you just start talking to yourself. Eventually you just start. You build like I feel like when I was younger, when you always thought you had an imaginary friend, like it wasn't nobody but me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it wasn't nobody but me. Like
Because also that's like when somebody like how many times have you been in somewhere somebody talking, somebody doing something, you be like, this motherfucker
Right.
in your head.
In your
So
head.
if you ain't saying that, what are you visualizing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What are you thinking? What
They
are you
writing it down in
thinking?
their head, just right.
Like I'm not saying like are you just playing that video of that person going over and over? I don't
Yeah, it's. I wish.
like that mean you never laugh to yourself. Like I mean I don't even like I guess.
No, I think you
I mean,
still can laugh to
but
yourself.
it would be a visual like I'm telling myself a joke. Like if I'm ribbing a nigga in my head, like dog, and I bust out laughing, like bro.
You just got a
Like,
visualization and you just like.
yeah, like you just like yeah, bro. I would really need to talk. Like I feel like I want to fight a group of motherfuckers who don't think.
Why do you want to fight
I just
them?
want to see how it works out. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you not visual, like
Wait,
I can talk myself
Did you
to a
say
fight.
fight or find?
Fight.
Okay. Why?
No,
Why did you?
fight.
You could have just talked to them and understood.
No.
You ain't
I feel
gotta
like-
fight them.
because if you think
violence.
Think about all the animes we watch. Like they talk to themselves in the fight, and they always go over it. They always read.
People who watch anime who do that, they probably just think
Like, but
this
there's never been an anime that they don't think. Like they don't think in their head. Like they always see the. So that's like if I fight, that's how I fight. Like I'm visualizing this motherfucker to build. I'm talking to myself like, do you think we can do it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you not doing all that, I feel like you just running at me. And I'm like
the nigga who got suplexed in that video, he probably one of those visual thinkers. That's probably why he got suplexed.
Or
like are you visualizing this victory?
no. Or I mean, for the people who don't talk to themselves, is that considered Ultra Instinct?
No, because I feel like that's what I said. I feel like it's a lost cause because I feel like if like
Ultra Instinct, you
if
don't
you
talk to
didn't,
yourself, you
I
just
feel
do.
like if you didn't think or didn't have that voice to talk to yourself, and me and you were about to fight, then the only visualization is going to be either you losing or you winning. You don't,
Or you just let it go. You just gotta.
You just kind of like
Ultra
alright,
Instinct, man.
You just living.
That's
your life.
literally Ultra Instinct. We stole Goku. Don't think about it. You thinking about your moves too much. Just let your body go. And
There you go. In anime, the angels probably they ain't thinking about what they doing. They ain't. They just living.
I mean, that's a hard sell.
so you gotta be an
That's
angelic creature in order for this to be normal.
I mean, Vegeta me up there, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't Vegeta can't do Ultra, nigga. Vegeta me up there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't.
like I ain't gonna be able to not think about this shit, fam. Like you tell me like, fam, about to beat your ass. Like don't think about it. Like that's like telling the nigga like when they say like when they tell you like a bear come at you to like lay dead and those shit. Do you know how many thoughts I would have in my head? Like that I like the fact that I can't play nothing and I gotta let this bear pass on me.
Okay, wait. Another question, and then we can get into actual content because it kind of goes into that. So I was watching a podcast and they was doing a would you rather. So they were saying, would you rather have to run from a lion in the jungle or have to swim away from a shark in the sea?
I'd rather do none of them motherfucking
But no,
things.
you have to pick. Just pick. If you had to pick.
Man, I'm running from the lion.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run. I can swim, but I can't swim like that.
You ain't beating you. For one,
And
you ain't gonna beat a lion running. But in the ocean, you ain't got nowhere to hide. Like you
Well,
fuck.
and see,
so at least with the lion, like you can like.
I would panic.
You can probably
I would
juke him and
panic
shit
too
like
hard.
that.
I would panic too hard and drown myself in the water.
And so this
because
is and
of
this,
like
and,
I know a shark
and
is
most
literally
people-
behind me.
And
Like,
most people said that they said either way you're not really gonna get away. But with the lion, and if you're in the jungle, you at least think that you have an opportunity.
because you gonna shoot and drive. It ain't gonna be no football like spin move to do stuff in the ocean. Then you swimming, you swimming or you sinking or you trying to go to the.
That motherfucker
And
come
see-
up right up under
And
you
see, and that's the thing.
and swallow you.
That's all in the mind. So if that happens, you in the jungle and the lion pop out, the first thing in your head is, oh shit, and you think, okay, I'm gonna do this. Like,
Yeah.
so if you ain't seeing, if you ain't having that internal person telling
like,
you,
have
do
to
this,
go
do that, do
visualize.
that,
As I said, like, you have to
what
go
are you
visualize-
doing?
Like if you ain't telling yourself to turn left, like bro,
I
like
ain't running straight. That motherfucker gonna have to zigzag.
Like I said,
I'm
I
gonna
had
stiff
this-
arm him and shit. I'm gonna juke.
you
Like,
can't do all. You can't even do all that in the
I-
sea. Like,
I just imagine plenty deaths.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like
I ain't gonna probably die, but at least
Either
I
way
feel
it
better
goes.
knowing that I tried.
Right.
Not in the ocean
yeah.
though.
Like, bro,
you
entire
can't do
time-
nothing. Like you can't
This
outswim a
entire
shark.
time, I was just thinking, like, all right, what can I do? How can I?
there's really not much.
like a dog, you can't do
You
nothing.
can
Like
grab a big ass stick and just shove it in that
was-
motherfucker's mouth.
that
and
was
shit
one of the
like
things
that.
I mean,
That was one of the
bro,
things I
the only
thought of.
option you got is to shake and jive and try to make it off a cliff or somewhere you can jump. Like this, literally
No,
just like
don't
say jump
for your
off a
life
cliff.
somewhere else. Like I'm talking about, cause I'm like, nigga, I would try
You
to.
ever seen that movie shit where you go to the cliff and slide off and hang on?
Yeah.
That was my one.
Like I'm trying to grab a
possible
branch and swing upside down and turn around. Like
hope.
nigga, like
If a lion can't climb a tree, that was the one thing I thought. Like maybe I have
They
a
can
hope.
climb
They
trees.
can't
I don't know
climb
if they kid or
trees.
not.
Oh, well,
That's why you
They
gotta get
can't
them to a
climb
tree.
trees.
I didn't know-
You gotta be ready. You gotta halfway to a tree, then you can jump right back off. So when they clean on that tree, like you gotta.
I didn't
just-
know lions could
You gotta
climb
wear their ass
trees.
out, nigga.
Yeah,
Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you gotta wear the ass out.
like-
You got to be Naruto level jumping. You got to be.
Yeah.
able to-
You gotta be.
You gotta
be
damn near
able to jump.
parkour in that
Yeah.
That's what I'm
motherfucker.
saying. Like,
That's all
like
right,
I've only had that kind of instance. Like I said, when a long time ago, when I got chased by dogs as a kid in the backyard, and I fell, and it was like don't get up, and the motherfucker like
I ain't never had that
two dogs
instinct.
tied together, two Rottweilers ran just over my back, and that's when I got the fuck up and got the fuck out of there.
Why,
But
but they wasn't chasing you?
no, they were chasing me. Like it was. I was like maybe 9 or 10 at a babysitter house, but I was friends with a white family. This is definitely a racist story. But you know what I'm saying? And his father sent his dogs out. Like me and the boy was cool. But he's like, don't come in my backyard. I don't think my parents, like, you know what I'm saying, really want me to hang with you.
Oh.
And it was one of those days where I was like, I went in the backyard, he was coming out, but he had all the places. Yeah, bro, and the dogs came out, and I remember like all I can do is like I was like you think about like the back of like some porch stairs, it's like maybe 5 stairs. All I saw was the door open and 2 dogs like literally like linked together, like running at me, and I turned around and slipped immediately. Like as soon as I turned around, and they just literally ran over my back. And I looked up and saw them like, cause they were tangled together, literally trying to like turn around, and that was my only moment to get like clearly away from their ass. But if I'd have just ran straight, they would have got me. Cause I definitely wasn't fast enough for them. They literally had to like.
I ran from a pit. I jumped up on top of a gate, and that pit could not climb that gate. It was one of the tall gates. And the other time, I literally ran and jumped on top of a truck. And the pit was circling around, and the guy owner like, get the fuck off my truck. I was like, nigga, get this fucking dog. Yeah. And I would not get off until the dog ran away.
I've only had one, like when I worked for Time Warner Cable, I had my like my dinner, what's his name, Mr. Postman type shit, cause I had to jump a gate, and that motherfucker grabbed my like the Time Warner jacket and ripped that motherfucker. I was like, I did that.
I got chased. I got bit once. That one was, I was skipping school with my guy. Yeah. I go to his house, and he had a roommate, and they had a dog. He was like, oh, the dog don't bite. I'm like, man.
Oh, yeah, I got bit. The house big dog, all them like, the dog don't bite shit.
So the dog was cool.
I never.
The dog wasn't doing nothing. I walk past the dog, and like, I turn around, give it my back. That motherfucker bit me in the ass.
Bit you in the ass?
Bit me in the ass.
You must have pooted or something.
The other one was in Puerto Rico, so we had there was wild dogs that live in the mountains and shit. People who have dogs, they just let them fucking, say fuck it, and the dogs end up just being wild dogs in the mountain. It was a pack. It was 3 of them. And it was me, my cousin that just was from Milwaukee that was visiting up there, and my other cousin that lived there in Puerto Rico with me. So we in the mountain, fucking around in the jungle and shit. Me and my cousin Miguelito, we see the dogs, and we like, oh shit, the fucking dogs, and they coming at us like full motherfucking speed. So we turn around, we get the running, right? My little cousin from Milwaukee, he was kind of a little fat kid. This motherfucker fell in the ditch. He was like, boom, fell inside the ditch, right? He was in front of me. I hopped right over that motherfucker. He looking up at the ditch like me going, you ain't gonna help me? I was like, nope. Jumped over that motherfucker, because them wild dogs vicious. Jumped right over that motherfucker. My cousin jumped. He must have felt bad. He went back and grabbed them and took them back, but we escaped the dogs. That was the only times, like, those motherfuckers was coming at us.
I've only gotten chased by a dog once, and I'm not fast. So my thought was, I'm about to kick the shit out of this dog.
You ready to fight?
So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to run. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I turn that dog coming. I'm about to line up this kick. I kick. It hit the dog, but not a smart move. My leg is still by his mouth, so it died.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like what Diz did is like in the sense of like the visual, like I feel like if you don't speak to yourself, you put all that shit together already. Like you already looked at it, you already visualized like I'm not gonna win this fight, so we just gotta kick. Like we gotta kick. Like I think
I did speak to myself. I'm like, I know I can't outrun it.
But you know when you saw it, like you gotta be, it's so split up a decision where you just like decide. You tell yourself in your head like, what do you have to do? In your head like, Faye, you already know what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know what you can't do. You gotta kick the shit. Like,
my thought was definitely, all right, I can't outrun it. So and like I said, it bit me, but I think it was kind of shocked. Like, this nigga tried to kick me. Cause it definitely went off. It definitely went his way after that.
It bit you like,
dog. It was like,
dog, then I wasn't about to bite you, old ass nigga. Like, bit you anyway. Like,
it was like,
that's why he kept going like, damn, nigga, I was just trying to get them out. Like,
things were like, my leg coming like this, and it's and then I get my leg free, and it just sort of like went along its way. You know?
Like respect. Respect.
That nigga said he trying to kill himself.
You got one, I got one.
And like the lady, cause it was like when we was like on Brentwood. Mm-hmm. The lady, she coming, oh my God, are you okay? Like he usually doesn't do this, and I was like, you know what? He ain't after me no more. I don't even care.
I said, no harm, no foul. Right. No harm, no foul. Ain't nothing but a little fender bender.
Put some peroxide on it. Like, you know.
I got one, he got one.
We ain't gotta bring the insurance all in this. You know? That nigga said, we good. That nigga looked at the dog like, we good? Like, yeah, we good. Like, we good. Like,
they see each other now.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have me in all kind of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of you had a dog. Dog, like, we good, bro. We always gonna be good with me.
It is Father's Day weekend, and you know what I'm saying?
It definitely is.
Lib had an amazing idea for a topic.
Hold on. Where your chain at?
He tucked it.
Nah, nigga, as I said, this dad gold chain day because it's Father's Day.
Where
Like,
your chain
Where
at?
your chain at?
it went away.
All right, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I even got the wedding ring on today.
you know what I'm saying? You got to bring all the gold out. You know what I'm saying?
All the little
That's all
gold.
right.
Gold daddy
All the
chain.
Next
14.
podcast is my birthday. I'm gonna show up in the gold chain.
You gonna show up, I mean, for your birthday?
Next
I'm gonna
podcast
check
is my
that.
birthday.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that tag.
You,
Turn
You
the
the daddy,
tags
you-
over.
It's daddy chain day, fam.
That's
Like,
cool.
that's
It's gonna
what
be just Did's chain day. That
it
that
could
next
be
we
Did's
record
chain
literally
day.
on my birthday.
You know
But Liv came up with a really dope idea just to kind of go over some.
Are we gonna jump right into that?
Some, what you mean jump in?
I mean, I thought we were gonna just talk about Father's Day a little bit, and everybody happy about Father's Day, and what we gonna do for Father's Day.
Man,
Anybody
we're gonna
got
talk
plans?
about these fathers.
You just
I
want to
thought
talk
we
about
was gonna
Father's?
talk Loki first. We could talk Loki
Nah,
second
we
half.
gonna-
Yeah, we'll talk.
second.
We'll talk
Okay,
about
I
that.
like it.
Yeah, it's all Loki
I'm
second
ready.
half.
I got-
But we started talking about like iconic dads, bad dads, just in general, and so we split it up. And quick question. I want to double check. Are we doing anime cartoons or anime? And
I was just
cartoons?
generalizing all dads. Just
Well,
because if we went with every genre, we'd be here forever.
No, I
Like,
got.
I know.
split
Remember,
mine
I
in five.
said I said to
I
make a
did
team.
comic. I got a good and a bad for comic. Got a good and bad for anime. A good and a bad for movie, TV, and cartoon.
See, I got anime cartoons together, and I got movie, TV, and then yeah.
Cause I mean, I figure like, are we just gonna give everybody their whole set, or we gonna just like we're gonna do anime and everybody do anime?
Starting 5. So
Well, I mean, I'm saying like, but I'm saying like, are we gonna do like?
Let's go around.
Like we gonna do like per category?
Yeah,
Like
let's
you
do
do your
round
one.
table. Yeah.
Like instead of giving your whole set, you just go like we gonna do anime category. There's like your anime
Yeah.
dad. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
Let's do it like
all right,
that.
I got one. I got my first
start
one.
with anime.
you gonna start with anime?
Well, I don't have any with anime. I was just dang, y'all too structured. I was just gonna throw dads out there. Like I got random
He
dads.
clearly didn't pay attention to the group chat.
Right, like I'm saying,
I
this
know
nigga
it
gave
was
us an
my
idea.
idea.
That was a fresh idea. It was like,
Because
y'all-
I don't have a 5 list of each genre.
it don't gotta be a 5. It was just like trying to pick
Yeah,
somebody and
And for anime, I don't really know too many dads, except for like Goku and Vegeta.
Again, you keep on leaving out Gohan and Krillin.
I didn't want to go through the spiel. I don't know.
I mean, them all DBZs.
If we doing bad dads for anime, I had 2.
Who you at?
I mean, fam, wait, hold on. So we just doing bad or?
We can go bad dads
Let's
for
just
anime.
have the conversation.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
you got 5, you got 5.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't.
yeah. I think yeah.
Cause it was like anime comic.
That'd
was
be
it?
fun.
Wasn't it anime comic or was it
Anime.
Anime
and
comic. It was
cartoon.
everything. It was everything.
In anime, I got Shao Tucker.
That's a
For
good
anime?
one. That's a good
Old
one.
boy from Full Metal Alchemist.
I
I
had
The
watched
one that turned his daughter to a
and-
chimera.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
as a
that's
good or a bad?
Bad.
Bad. That nigga horrible,
For
bro.
bad, I had 2 for anime. I had Gara's dad or Endeavor.
Gar's dad's
For
fucked
bad
up.
dads?
Yeah, for bad dad.
Gara's
Both of them
dad's
for
so
bad
fat.
dad.
Fam, y'all, but that's anime, right?
Yeah, I said strictly for anime. Gara's dad
Gara's
is
dad
horrible.
horrible,
he
bro.
literally he injected him with the one tail,
Yep.
and then after the fact, it was like, I can't control him. I'm about to send people to kill him.
Duh. Horrible dad.
Horrible dad.
Horrible dad.
Endeavor, bad. The only reason he got a family was for eugenics. Because he was like, I need the best genes.
Yep.
Horrible dad.
I mean, I was gonna just go with Gone Dad.
I
Gone Dad is the worst. Is this nigga just left? This nigga told him my life stopped at whatever day his like was born.
However, Aaron's dad's up there too from Attack on Titan.
Aaron Dad's is manipulative. Like that nigga is just.
Nah, he was fucked up though, especially with what we learned about this season. Though.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
Aaron's
Like
dad-
anime. I never thought I didn't get to my bad anime dad. Like I didn't
I
even
had
think about
those
that.
2. I actually struggled to. I guess I'm.
So you struggle to find good dads?
Good-
in
good anime
I found some
dads?
good
Did you?
dads.
Because I'm like, so many anime stories is about. Actually, I got a hot take if one of y'all pick this person as a good dad.
Who?
I don't think they're a good dad. Hold on, I want to hear y'all's first.
So we doing. I do my good dad was Minato.
That's my hot take. He's not a good dad.
He is a
He's
good
not.
dad.
No, he's
not
not.
a good dad.
Yes, he
You know-
is.
You
No,
don't
he's
know why
not.
he's not a good dad? Because you're saying because he gave his life for his kid, right?
That's a little part of it.
He didn't have to. You didn't have to do the Reaper Death seal in order to seal him.
He didn't.
There's so many other seals in
So
Naruto.
many other
It happened so
I don't
fast.
want to hear it. Maybe if he was talking to himself, he would have.
Right. And Naruto is a clear better dad than Minato.
He is.
But he was raised by. He didn't even like Naruto.
Whoa. Who was
Naruto,
raised by Naruto?
Naruto didn't even know he was gonna be coming. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm ready for this." Until he saw his dad again. Like he had to fight with his like.
That's not being raised by him. Naruto was not raised by him.
I don't think
But he was raised by people who respected Minato.
No.
That's cool.
I mean, yeah,
He's
yeah.
Still, that's not being Minato's a good dad. I'm not
That's
necessarily
even-
But
saying
you gotta think Minato. If anything, Minato already
Jiraiya
passed
was
the
a better
dad
dad to Naruto
the
than
dad
Minato.
things to Kakashi because like of Minato being like over Kakashi.
That's just no, because I don't think Naruto looked at Kakashi like that. Naruto looked at Kakashi like a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Minato's a bad dad,
But he ain't a good dad.
he ain't a good dad, and strictly because he died, which he didn't have to. So I'm counting that as against him. He didn't have to die. He had other seals. He could have used other seals. Minato's apparently that cold, but he only thought of the one seal that was gonna kill him. Nah, not good in my book.
I mean, if that was the case, then I would say. I mean, I'm still gonna go with Minato, that would even put more. What's the old boy that he look up to as dad over all of them? The one that
Jiraiya?
no, not Jiraiya. Fam, the first motherfucker that he say with the
Iruka?
yeah, Iruka. That would have been dad. Like that would be if anybody.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying.
And that's a fair one. That was somebody who
I had
thought.
Naruto as my top anime dad.
I picked Light's dad.
I didn't even give you
Light
mine.
from
His dad, because his dad, no matter everything against him, he was going to bat for his family. Every time they were sort of suspected, he was not my family. I do this to prove my family's innocent.
He was definitely like, nigga, expose me, nigga, expose me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I really thought about it. Like, I haven't really watched a lot of anime as much as I thought that at least had the parent structure. Because the only one that I could think of was like the best one to me. I mean, the worst one of what I've watched was Endeavor, because he was just like mentally abusive. Like he was just mentally abusive. You had a different. You said the genes and stuff. I thought because he was just like he was just like
his whole reason for filming
mentally
was eugenics.
abusive.
Like,
I mean, if we doing anime, and the reason why Steven said why you keep on leaving out Gohan and Krillin, to me they top dads.
And
Gohan and Krillin.
no, he wasn't a bad dad.
Gohan.
No, you know what?
Gohan left fighting just to be a good dad and husband.
that is true.
Krillin.
That is true.
He's doing everything to be strong for Marin. Like
He definitely didn't want to be Goku. He always bring that up too. Gohan.
Yeah, that's it. Gohan and Krillin. They are the best anime dads that we see. They are in their kids' life. They are working hard. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I can see that. That's how the cycle's gonna get reset though, because they gonna die tragically in that their
But they
child,
both. Well, Krillin has died multiple times. Krillin ain't scared of death. Krillin died at least 3 times.
But what's his name ain't old enough yet to avenge it.
Who?
Marin.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Why would Marin got to defend it when I got 8 other motherfuckers that are the strongest people in the universe?
You know what?
We need a power upgrade.
Broly's dad was a terrible dad.
Horrible dad.
He was.
I said
he was
Broly's
a
dad.
bitch. Like
Broly's dad
That's a very.
Broly's dad was terrible. Like he just was trying to make.
King Vegeta was fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You know, Frieza's dad was trash.
Most Saiyan dads
Like,
are bad except
why are the dads bad?
That's what I said. Most Saiyan dads.
Bardock was terrible.
How?
He was a terrible dad. He didn't give a fuck.
Tyrannity was.
Oh yeah, he was terrible, but not to Goku.
He never even got to be a father to Goku.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Goku got sent off in a capsule.
He maybe held him a little.
He held him
a
for at least
bit.
like 2 years.
But that was in the beginning of Broly. That was kind of the Broly movie. That was kind of like the reason why he went against Frieza. He was talking about his family. Yeah. Conveniently saying fuck Raditz, apparently, because
he definitely didn't give a shit about Raditz.
Yeah, he really didn't. Raditz is Goku brother.
Goku brother. Well, then let's talk about cartoon dads, because I feel like we got a lot of cartoon dads to pull from.
All right.
My top cartoon dad that I already had like pocketed. I got my good dad, Papa Smurf.
Okay.
Papa Smurf was clutch. You know what I'm saying? Took care of the whole village.
Yeah,
and he
that
babysat.
is true.
That's a good one.
And he babysat.
That's
Nigga,
a
like,
good
I
one.
want the baby, bring the baby over. You know what I'm saying?
I see your Papa Smurf, and I raised you Hank Hill. Hank Hill is a good ass dad. What bad you got to say about Hank? Just think.
Fam,
what?
He don't want nobody to live their life.
Who's?
Hank, like he want everybody to be on propane.
Don't talk about that. What has he done bad against Bobby?
You know what?
He don't want Bobby to live his life.
On the real, he don't.
How?
Like Bobby be out here
He
living,
just wanted
bro.
to wanted him to sell propane.
He has supported everything Bobby has did.
By the end of the episode, this nigga,
By the end of that, like, he tormented that child. You know who mine is gonna be. Y'all may or may not disagree.
Hank is up there, bro.
I'm going with a.
He's good dad. He's good dad. He's not bad. He's not bad.
I'm going with a bad dad right now. Y'all may or may not agree with me, but you gotta hear the logic.
I got one too. The
Granddad from Boondocks.
I got him on there, but that's not what I was gonna say.
He's a bad dad because he really didn't give a fuck about them kids.
But he took them
He
out
really
the hood.
didn't.
He took them out the
He
hood.
had no
And
choice.
put him in the wood crap.
He did not. Remember when he went on vacation? What was his song? He was like, bitches and hot. What was his song?
Yeah.
Bitches and bitches.
I mean, my granddad was trying to live his life. He didn't want them kids in the first place.
Exactly.
But he still stood up.
And he got money. Can you picture being 70
didn't
and you
want
come
to.
into some
But
money?
this the thing, just because he didn't want to, he still stood up for it and he did it.
He ain't had no choice.
He did it. And
Yeah, he had no choice.
And he was
Bro, he left those motherfuckers
And-
in their house for a week.
and he was
when
giving them lessons, life
While he
lessons.
tried to
He
go
definitely
to
gave them life
vacation
lessons.
in Mexico and get him some bitches. Like that was his thing. Remember,
That's why I love Granddad, because he had old school methods.
Oh, yeah.
But he was into some money, so he was like fucking with new school shit.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was really like a
I got a
granddad.
cartoon one that is probably one of my favorites, but y'all ain't gonna agree with.
My cartoon one, I don't know if any of y'all seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, because then it's
Yeah.
not okay.
course.
I'm saying Fire Lord Ozai. Horrible
Man,
dad.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to say good dad.
I was gonna say horrible
He
dad.
is a horrible
Fam.
dad.
Fam, so cause I figured y'all
They
might
did-
not.
they
have-
didn't see it.
So
I know.
I took down some highlights so I could. So from the first part, before his son was even born, him and his wife was kind of going into it, and she tried to lead him to believe that it wasn't gonna be his kid. He saw through that immediately, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
There's adultery in the Last Airbender.
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, okay. You want me to believe this ain't my kid? I'm gonna treat him like a treacherous dog he is then." So this is before the kid is even born.
Before he's even born.
After that, so his son, he's the leader of this country.
He's the leader of the Fire Nation.
The leader of the Fire Nation. They're on basically worldwide conquest. A general in one of their war meetings said, "We can sacrifice an entire legion of troops, and we'll get this victory, but they're gonna all die." The son, Prince Zuko, he gets up like, "That's not a good idea. You're gonna kill all these people for what?"
Right.
So his dad was like, "You disrespected me. Now I'm burning off half your face."
Burnt off half his face.
Third thing
Like
is,
just like sealed him
Oh
off.
no, he got a permanent scar.
Permanent scar.
Permanent
His face
scar,
is
half
burnt
face.
half. And he said it's because you were disrespectful to me for stepping up saying that, why should we kill these people?
For disobeying my order, pretty much.
Basically, he raised his daughter to basically be a weapon.
Yep.
Like, he gave no fucks about her
No
life.
fucks.
Just wanted to know. He started taking interest into it just once she learned he was strong. And last thing is, he was ready to kill the nigga because his dad was like, so he was the second born, so he wasn't the heir to the throne. His older brother lost his son, and so he was like, he ain't got no heirs. Make me the king, or make me your heir now. And his dad was like, well, his dad was like, you don't understand pain. You want to understand your brother's pain? Kill your firstborn. And he was about to do it. No questions asked. He was like, all right. Only reason why he didn't do it is because his wife killed his dad to save his life, got banished.
Fam, this sound like a fucking drama. Like,
Oh,
Fam,
oh, no.
Avatar
bro,
Last
like, bro,
if they did an
Avatar-
origin story of
Bro,
this nigga alone,
Last
like,
Airbender
Last Airbender
is-
for it
it
to be
gets
a
some
Nickelodeon
It
cartoon.
gets dark at points.
It's like I watched it with Travion thinking it's just like, oh, it's a Nickelodeon cartoon. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. Like they got the elements and everything. Oh, they doing some really dope stuff. Then you start getting deep. You're like, nigga, what in the fuck? Like it's Game of Thrones style level
Bro,
shit, dog.
the war started off where they genocided the entire so they called them benders.
Yeah.
So like the airbenders,
Airbenders.
it started off where they genocided the entire airbender.
They're all gone. That's why he's Avatar the Last Airbender.
Because he happened to escape. He got frozen for 100
I mean,
years.
that's crazy, Nickelodeon. Like, it's crazy that people. Can you picture that real pitch meeting?
Bro,
like,
I know
a
that.
pitch meeting, like to Nickelodeon. Like all these other shows is like, I got a show for you that might.
But they probably, I think
They probably left the genocide out. They was like,
Yeah, that part wasn't
people
it.
like there's different nations. They have elements, and then the
yeah,
person. Yeah.
fam, horrible dad.
So my favorite horrible dad, but I put him as a good dad, Randy fucking Marsh. I fucking
No,
love
he a
Randy
bad
Marsh.
dad. He a
Who is
bad
it
Randy
from?
Marsh.
South Park.
South Park. He a bad.
Oh.
He a
Oh
bad
yeah,
dad.
right, yeah, he
Stan's
does.
dad.
Like, man, that's really that's
Nah,
like,
nah, Stan's dad is a-
I'm gonna give y'all a real bad
So wait,
dad.
hold on, because let me tell you why. Stan's dad. Anytime anybody goes against Stan, Randy is the first to say, "Nigga, what?" And he is ready to throw down every time for Stan.
He definitely fights for Stan.
He
Yeah,
fights
But he's
for
doing some of the
He
most
doing too
reckless
much.
shit. Yeah, he's doing too much.
He doing too much.
He doing too much, man. Like that's what's like that's overprotective. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
hey.
like mine.
Are we on good now?
I'm on bad. I'm
Okay,
on
so
bad
on bad,
cartoon.
okay.
My bad cartoon. I actually got 2 bad cartoons, but I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give my clutch bad cartoon.
I got a good anime cartoon one. I forgot.
My Richie's dad from Static Shock, full on racist.
That's actually a really good one.
Like
he was too small for me to even think of that.
Yeah, but we had a whole episode about it. That nigga dad. They was like
walk out the house and shit. Like
they did that episode like don't put the.
That's a really good one.
Did that episode like don't put the dad in that bitch no more.
That's a really good one.
So I don't think y'all really fuck with it that much, but Dr. Stone's dad is up there in top good dads.
I thought about including
who is
them.
Dr. Stone?
Yeah, I didn't even know Dr. Stone. I didn't even know they talk about his dad.
Well, you didn't watch it. Oh,
yeah.
So what ends up
I only
happening,
watched the first season.
So the reason why he's a scientist and everything like that, his dad is an astronaut. He's a scientist, and it's, as well. So a lot of the stuff that he remembers is teaching from school, but from his dad. But as he's uncovering the world and stuff, his dad who saw or whatever.
Ain't his dad in space?
He was when that happened. So a lot of the stuff and the clues that he's finding was his dad leaving some stuff and everything like that, and because he knew that he would find it, and so I'm like, that is like next level thing. That's setting your son up to be the one that saves the world and everything. He's up.
I was gonna say I don't know a lot about it, but I was gonna say because I felt because of like the storyline of how it always goes, but Ash's father has to be a bad father. Did they ever talk about Ash's father?
I didn't even know Ash had a father. I mean, I knew he had a father.
I feel like
he's. I don't know.
I don't know shit about his father.
The leading fan theory on that is they think it's Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket.
That'd be wow.
For a good dad, who I got Stu Pickles, bro. He was cool as a motherfucker.
Stu Pickles.
Stu Pickles was cool. But his brother was like terrible. He was in denial. I don't know if it was his brother.
Yeah,
Angela's dad.
Yeah.
He was in denial. Dog didn't take care of her. She was a terrorist. She was like a child terrorist. He was absolutely the worst.
My good cartoon dad. It's from the same avatar as Uncle Iroh, because when Zuko lost his actual dad, Uncle Iroh stepped up, taught him all his lessons.
And he wasn't completely Fire Nation. So Fire Nation is like the Foot Clan. Like they was like the clear evil. But Uncle Iroh, who's born from the Fire Nation,
that's the one who lost his son. That was supposed to be the original Crown Prince.
So he kind of was like, fam, I'm Fire Nation, but like I kind of fuck with some of the Airbenders and
he was
cool as
super
shit.
spiritual.
Yeah,
he was
spiritual
like,
and cool as shit.
This ain't balance. Like we do this. Where's the balance now?
Yeah.
I thought you saying like doing a genocide. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so let's get into movie dads.
I was ready for sitcoms.
Oh, let's get sitcoms.
The best dad. I had to look up his name.
Oh man, my bad dad is not in the sitcom.
I had to look up his name because I couldn't remember it. But Floyd Henderson from Smart Guy.
I had him
He
too.
was the motherfucking smoothest dad.
I had him too, bro.
Ever.
I had him too.
He was so motherfucking smooth. He's up there.
My good sitcom dad was Uncle Phil.
Mine was Uncle Phil.
Mine was Uncle
Like, it was really type him and Cosby, but I felt Uncle Phil. I related more to Uncle Phil.
Was real because he was from the hood and he made
so
it.
And because I rather lived in Uncle Phil's house.
Yes, than the Cosby house.
So I had Uncle Phil too, but then I was like, I want to get somebody that people wasn't thinking of, and I did Smart Guy, but also Frank from Moesha.
I ain't fuck with Frank like that.
I didn't fuck with Frank like that because he was straight edge, but he was a good dad.
Was he? Didn't he have a kid out of wedlock? No, that was his sister.
That was his sister.
No, it wasn't. No, didn't they find out?
Yeah, they had a moment. He definitely did something bad. Brandy was on his ass.
That Ray J was actually his son.
Yep, Brandy was on his ass.
That's what they told him initially. That was his sister.
Right. That's what Brandy hated that nigga after. Like he was like, "Boy, I'm sorry," but
they told him initially that was his sister's kid.
Does that make you a bad dad or a bad husband?
Bad dad.
You lie to everybody.
You better all
You're a
around.
bad husband. You're a bad dad.
Yeah, you like okay that you had infidelity.
You know what,
baby?
You know.
Let me Google that to make sure I got that.
I had one.
Frank is up there, man. I ain't gonna let y'all slander Frank.
I had a runner up, but
wasn't that great though.
I had a runner up, but you only had to have watched it because I can't remember. But it was the white dad from Seventh Heaven.
Bro, child molester, bro.
Is he a child molester? Like the real dude?
The real dude from Seventh Heaven. He's a pedo, bro.
Is he?
Yes,
but that show though, like that nigga was bad dad.
Okay, so I did.
And the black, like, and if you was like anybody by like a minority watching the show, was like, I want a dad like dude.
Why did you looking that up?
I gotta add one more because it just came to my head. The teacher from Boy Meets World that adopted Ryder. I think that
It was Mr.
not Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney.
The
Mr.
cool
Feeney
teacher.
Ryder.
The other teacher.
The cool teacher. Remember he adopted, was it Ryder?
No, his name wasn't Ryder.
I think his real name is Ryder.
What's his
Ryder straight to Sean.
Yeah, Sean. He
Yeah.
adopted Sean and he accepted dude for who he was and he turned his life around.
I was right.
So
Which is right.
y'all got no love for Carl Winslow?
I was gonna say Carl Winslow, but
I don't
Ray J character.
only because I know that Family Matters was made for Harriet. So Carl Winslow wasn't even a main character.
But he's still we ain't say main character. We
He was
said
doing.
dads.
He was to me.
We just said dads.
To me, he's done.
bro,
He's done.
and he's a cop.
I didn't say the fans.
he-
Nigga, like,
he-
Ray J
police.
character was originally supposed to be her cousin. Then they was like, "Hey, no, that's actually your half brother."
like,
So, yeah.
like Carl.
Like I said,
Like I had Carl.
Bad
Like,
dad.
hey, you
That's
know what?
terrible.
I have like Carl Winslow is like it wasn't tough for me, but I felt like the reason I couldn't fuck with him is because he had no control over his house because you let some boy come over anytime he wanted to feel like it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he didn't have like no really control.
Well, you can't.
Cause I like my thing, nigga, I'm a
every-
grown ass man, and this little boy
every
coming
time
out
we
irritate
said-
me, like putting me through all kind of stress. Like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out my house.
Wait a minute. Because Uncle Phil, same thing. He
No, he threw Jazz out.
He threw Jazz the fuck
He
out.
threw. He got irritated with Jazz.
As Jazz fucked up.
Like we
He
wouldn't.
threw Jazz
Like the
the
reason
fuck
we got
out. Uncle
Urkel, how
Phil
we
wasn't
got
dealing with
Urkel
that.
is because the world loved
He threw Jazz
Urkel.
out, but he didn't throw all the men that Hillary had come in through the pool.
Hillary was a grown ass woman
Yeah,
though.
Hillary was grown.
All right, but then he couldn't control Will. He had to send Will.
No, we not talking like
No,
them
no.
was like
They didn't
No.
send
They
was
Will
talking
to
about
the
his
full
kids. Like, I'm
house.
talking about,
Will and Carlton moved out. They were on ULA's campus.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
That campus apartment
You're right,
was
you're
very
right.
trash.
and I'm talking about
that shit
like
to
that's
the
what I'm saying.
full.
Like Jazz was somebody that
Uncle
came
Phil.
in. Like if you
I'm
think
not saying
about
Uncle Phil. I'm
if
saying
you think
Carl
about
Winslow up there. It's Uncle Phil, Carl Winslow, and Stop Dance, man. What you talking about?
Are we thinking
Nah,
about
Carl
Flex from
Winslow.
101?
You know, if
it's hard. Like that's what I'm saying. He's like I'm not saying he's not top
Oh, no,
dad.
I'm disagreeing with them too. Like, no,
I'm not saying he's not top dad.
Carl Winslow's a
but
good dad. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I feel like-
no, matter of fact, they lost the kid. I don't know, man.
nah, bro.
Kid went up
They
the
didn't
stairs.
lost it.
Kid went upstairs and never
the kid
came
is
back
lost in the
down.
house.
It ain't been explained. Like the dad ain't got no control.
Kid went up
Carl a cop and ain't got no missing report.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
how you don't know where Richie
Wait a
at?
minute. Uncle Phil didn't realize that his wife changed? Oh,
No,
he didn't.
no.
That's a husband.
No,
Yeah,
he
dog.
didn't.
Uncle
Because
Phil is a motherfucking judge. He swapped that shit out ASAP.
no,
like, nigga,
only Jazz and Will recognized that the wife changed. Uncle Phil did not.
That's not a dad move. That's a husband. He made
Oh,
me a bad husband.
Frank was a bad husband.
No, but Frank also lied to his daughter. Said, "Hey, this your cousin." Imagine one of our cousins, our dad came to, "Hey, that's actually your brother."
If you want him to tell you that when you 7 years old?
Yeah.
It'd be better.
Yeah.
right.
Let me grow into that shit. Let me grow
what
into
we
that
thinking
shit.
about Flex from 101, man.
Man, that nigga,
He
no.
changed his whole life around when his daughter came around. Remember, he didn't have her stuff, so he had to change his entire life up for her.
No, I don't believe because that's irresponsible dad because he should have knew he had a kid in the first place.
He didn't know he had her. She just wasn't living with him.
She was living with the mom. She was living with Pam.
Yep. He knew he had a daughter. She just wasn't living with him, and now.
So he didn't have her the whole life until she was like that
Yeah,
age.
he didn't have like the primary custody, I guess.
I feel like he didn't fight hard enough to get his kid. He
Yeah.
wanted his kid like early enough.
So wait. So
I'm not strongly invested in that. I'm just throwing out names at this
Yeah,
point.
that's-
we don't know the backstory. You can't judge it based off of what you think.
No. Like if
Matter of fact, no. Here's what it was. She used to live with the mom, and she specifically said, "I want to stay with my dad because he was an NBA player. He blew out his knee during the NBA game, so that's why he didn't have her. He was in the NBA
player. All right, then I'm gonna top all of y'all. Bernie Mac.
Damn.
Nah.
He was on my
Fam.
list.
Them
But I got
kids.
one
Torture them
better.
kids.
I got one better than
Torture
Bernie
them
Mac.
kids.
No, he
I
didn't.
won't say he bad, but good. He tortured
Bro,
them kids.
if you are gonna tell me that you gonna pick Bernie Mac, but then you gonna slander Carl Winslow,
Hey, yeah, that's wild.
I didn't slander him.
Yes, you
fam.
did.
I just
wild.
said he wasn't top tier.
You know
he
what?
top dad. Like if you
he
top
over,
five,
he
if
far
you
over Bernie.
he far over Bernie.
Yes.
Oh look, man, I got.
Fam, he don't know where Richie went, fam. Carl don't know where Richie went, and Steve
Was it
Urkel
Richie
put
that
Carl.
lost? I thought it was the
Richie was the
girl.
girl.
No, the girl. Yeah, it was a girl.
Ray Campbell from Sister. He was the realest. He adopted a woman. He adopted a kid.
That's actually a
after
good
his
one.
wife died, and then went to the mall and seen that she had a twin,
Yep.
and then adopted her too
Yep.
as a single man.
That's a good one.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's-
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that tagline.
I thought he had.
Or he had her move in. Or
Oh, I
something.
mean, nigga, hold on, fam.
Her mom was.
Oh.
Her and her mom.
Nigga, Danny Tanner. Nigga,
Yeah,
like,
that was gonna be my next one.
Danny
Danny
Tanner,
Tanner was
bro.
gold.
Like,
Danny Tanner's up there.
Danny Tanner.
He lose some points. He had a lot of help.
He did have a lot of help.
Nigga, they was all like only person that wasn't dad. Well, they no.
He had
They know.
he had four different adults in the house with him.
He had 3.
4.
He had
Jesse,
Uncle Jesse,
his wife.
Rebecca. He had
brother.
Joey.
He had
But I
Joey,
mean, but you
yeah.
gotta think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He fathered Jesse and what's the name? Because even when Jesse got his kids, like they stayed in like he like grandfather like
still had
like
help.
no this nigga
still had help.
passed.
He still could that wings.
If you think about early Full House, you followed Danny Tanner's rules. Even though all the niggas was living in there, like remember he was all cleaning that shit
Still.
and all on everybody's ass. Like y'all gotta be on this like nigga after
After
that season of that.
I ain't putting him.
Full House was spotless,
I ain't putting
nigga.
him above
Listen.
Uncle Phil or Carl Winslow.
No, he not above though.
James from Good Times, bro. The dad from Good Times.
I'm trying to think.
He just wanted to get his family out the hood.
I was talking
I
about.
mean, now you generational. Like, when I go back and watch like Good Times, when you see like the shows, or whatever, you can see like how the dad, like how he was supposed to be
we're
in the
talking
show.
more recent sitcoms.
I haven't watched any recent sitcom.
Well, like Blackish, you know,
I haven't watched Blackish.
Me neither.
Dre and Blackish, Anthony Anderson
Yeah.
character. He tried to be a good dad. I think he a good dad.
I've seen snippets of
And
it.
then Modern Family.
So
No.
So who's worse dad?
You saying Jay Pritchard ain't a good dad? He very old school.
y'all have a-
but
y'all
at the end of the
terrible
day,
dog.
at the end of the day, he go along with the fam.
Do y'all got a movie dad? Like, do y'all got a
I
movie?
got
We'll get
movie
there, we'll get
dads,
there.
yeah.
So, but worst sitcom dad? Then who's the?
I thought we just. Oh, I thought we
We
just.
Well, we did a little
See,
mixture.
yeah, we didn't do worst sitcom.
But if you had to choose the ultimate worst sitcom,
So
dad.
I didn't realize. I thought it was just TV. So
What was the TV?
my TV dad, my
Serious?
worst TV dad was Tywin.
Tywin. Oh yeah,
I had him as the worst.
Tywin.
Tyrion Lannister?
Yeah, I had him Tywin Lannister as the worst TV dad.
I honestly didn't have a TV that bad. I was trying to think of one.
It took me a while, and that's what I think. That's
I
probably
had to
how
watch a
I
lot
got.
of TV to really think about it. Like,
I
I
think
didn't
that's
really.
how I ended up going outside of sitcom because I'm like,
It
I
was
just started
really
going
hard to
bad
find
TV
the bad.
dads.
Oh, Ghost.
I was thinking about
Power.
Ghost was fucked up.
He the worst,
Ghost was
dog.
bad.
He the worst. Look what he did to that boy.
I
Like,
mean, if anything, I would say for my time of TV and it would be Sam and Dean dad. It would be what's the name? Like worse, like
No, but wait. Why worse?
because
he put the niggas through like.
Consistently,
He didn't disappear.
But
He ended up getting-
But he
consistently
made
on
them
that-
hunters and like he changed their life to what they are.
No. Remember you see you forgetting the flashback. It
Hey.
wasn't his dad.
Hey,
it was his.
consistently because I did just search.
Hold on. Let me because you didn't watch it all.
No, but I'm saying.
I mean, I know the mother was a hunter. Like I know we finna go to the mother was
It
a
was
hunter.
really,
Like,
it was really
bad.
but it was really the mom. The mom forced
Yeah,
the
the
dad
dad.
to be
He
a
clearly
hunter.
didn't care because he was consistently top 3 bad TV dads.
bro.
you say he's what?
He was consistently
On
top
the
3.
list. But here's the thing, when you-
at one point I started.
but when you watch it,
after I did
But when
mine.
you watch it in full, like he was just trying to live in this world that the mom created.
But you could tell that he didn't like it though, and he didn't like his sons in there, and he didn't tell them like stop it, nigga, like stop it.
He
You know what I'm saying?
couldn't.
So you
He
disagree
didn't. All
with
they
him
had was this
bad
nigga.
dad?
Like he
I'm
could have
not
wrote it in
saying
the
he-
book.
I'm not saying he's not a bad dad.
I feel like he never
He's
gave.
not top-
I
he's
feel like
not
he
the
never
top
gave
bad
them a
dad.
message
Okay.
of telling them. I feel like he never gave them a message of telling them that he never want them to really do that. Like even when they had his
Y'all
book.
want these dads to be having these real life conversations with these kids. What's up with y'all? Like, man, y'all want them to be 7 years old? Like, look, yo, mama hunter, and we killing these
I mean,
motherfuckers.
took, like,
I need y'all niggas to not do that.
he had Dean out there at 7. Like Dean knew what the fuck
No,
was
Dean
going
was
on.
7. Dean was 13. And
That's a long way from 7.
And him and Dean, they kept it away from Sam because Sam was young, and Sam stumbled upon it, and that's how he ended up being with him.
That's.
You know, bro. You got.
I mean, I know that.
So I just like I said he was consistent.
But I still feel like
bad.
nigga,
I would've
like you
put him
think
at
you at
top bad.
13 and you just hitting puberty, but your dad like, oh no, nigga, we got to fight some monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's your
bad
coming of
parenting.
age.
That's the family business. As we watched the whole series.
Like that's what I'm saying. You don't want nobody in the family. As a
That's
dad,
the family, bro.
as a dad, he shouldn't want him in the family
He
business.
didn't, but the mom. Listen, bro. When we find out, the mom actually was the one that was the hunter. She was a hunter because her dad was a hunter, and so it was like it became the family fucking business. The Winchesters is cursed to be hunters.
I mean, yeah.
I said bad, but I wouldn't say he's top.
Yeah, he's not top bad. He's not top bad, but he was a bad dad.
So we going to movies?
Dexter. I just got to throw that out there.
Dexter was
I
on
know
the list. Dexter was also on that list
I
when I
watched
was
that.
searching.
Remember he
it.
had the baby? I think
I didn't watch Dexter.
Season, yeah, that was the main thing. The baby ended up.
Dog was
he
murdering
found the baby
people
in the
and-
mouth. He found the baby in the
Well,
blood.
the murdering part I was okay with.
I'm cutting that out.
No, because if you watch Dexter, you know why. He was only murdering the people
Oh
who
no,
got
but I'm
up.
still gonna cut that out as a promo. Just the
Oh, as a
murdering part,
promo.
Young Deuces says the murdering part. I was okay with.
I thought you were talking about like cut it out
Oh
from
no,
the show.
I'm cutting that out as a.
All right, movie dads. I want to go because I got one
Good. We're going good first.
good one, and I got a couple of good ones, but the one that I'm going to say that I know that y'all gonna forget about, Howard Langsley, Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jingle All the Way did everything that he could possible to try to
feel
get
like-
that toy for his kid.
I feel like I got the number one.
You think you got the number one?
I feel like I do. Liam Neeson and Taken.
Nope, I got him as
Get
worse
your
dad.
goofy ass out of here.
I got him as worse dad.
Worse. That nigga. He told his daughter she shouldn't go.
That-
And then when she did go, this nigga went on a rampage of hell.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I will fight you.
No, because he didn't even discipline the fucking daughter. Nigga, he just saved her and went home. Like,
And-
I'm like, motherfucker, you know what?
But that's okay.
And
We
then
don't
his
know what
wife got
happened.
taken.
We don't know what happened after that movie.
That's how you
That's
ate-
a husband thing. That's a husband thing. That ain't that.
That's a husband thing.
But like I'm saying,
That's why
this
that's
nigga
why
has-
did shit. That's why did shit without his gold shaker. He's like that's husband shit. We talking about dads, nigga. I'm telling you.
As a dad, this nigga said, "Oh, you got my daughter? I'm gonna kill you, everybody you fuck with, your family, your family's family."
I feel like that's bad parenting because
How?
he should have told his daughter like, if you do some goofy ass shit, you
What
gonna
he was-
force me to kill a lot of people.
He tried to get her not to go. She decided to go anyway. He knew she was an adult.
He could've told her- he could've told her why, though.
He knew she was an adult. As an adult, you got to make your own decision.
And
But as a good dad, I'm always there to come and tap your back.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think she knew that her dad was gonna come and kill everybody.
It don't
So
matter.
he should've-
you
you know-
didn't have to know.
so as a
But
dad- as a
she
dad, I would
probably
tell my daughter, like, you
she
finna go
probably
where?
Felt comforted, like, hey, look, my dad. He at the end of the day, he gonna have my back, and he had her back in a major way because that nigga was in a reign of terror.
So that's also horror. So now you got this kid who gonna be just doing fucked up shit because she gonna force you to come save her every
We
time.
don't know what happened after that. He could have talked to her after the fact, like, hey, you can't be doing all this. I don't need to be out here killing all these people. And then the mom went and fucked up the next one.
What
So
about you, Roberta? You got any good dads?
Mine was Michael Keaton and Mr. Mom.
see, y'all going all these very
Hey,
superficial ways.
Michael Keaton and Mr. Mom. This nigga had to really take care of a whole family of kids.
Was Michael Keaton and Mr. Mom
Wait,
out
I
here
gotta-
killing people for his daughter?
He don't need to be all that.
So
Liam
to
Neeson.
only be a good dad, you gotta kill him?
Guys, but you
Like,
kind of
he
matter
was
if you gonna kill
like
your
it was
kid.
like he was a story like he was a story.
It might
Of,
be a step up if you're killing for your kid.
he was a story. It was the story of a dad who never really took time with his kids though, and the recession hit and had to be home.
That's cool.
Like
Did
he was out
kill-
of work, so
did he
you
kill
learning your
somebody for his
kids.
daughter? Did he kill somebody for his daughter?
He shouldn't have had to.
Right.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just
Like,
saying, you're kind of a step up if you're killing somebody for your kid.
I mean, he shouldn't have
Liv, you
to.
got a good movie dad?
The dad from Gremlins. He was a bitch both in 1 and 2.
Liv going for coolness.
It was with the shit.
Hey, if we doing coolness, the dad from American Pie. The American Pie dad.
Yeah,
a
the
good
American
dad.
Pie dad.
Yeah.
But, okay. So where dads are corny, where are we putting Wayne Selinsky?
Where dads are corny.
Honey-
Oh,
Honey, I
Honey, I
Shrunk
Shrunk
the
the Kids. Dad's a
Who was
car.
Zelensky?
Hey,
He
he
was a
wasn't
bad
no,
dad, bro.
I mean, that's like that's like
Is that
if we
bad
talking
like
about
your
like you know
bad
what?
dad?
Because
that's
he
the
let his
same.
kids get
No,
shrunk.
you know what?
His
That's the
kids
same
got shrunk
category as
because they
taken.
only once,
That's the taken
but
category.
3
That's the
times.
taken category with Liam
No,
Neeson.
no.
Because he went to go back and save his kids. He's drunk like
Hold on. Because
That ain't the same category. No, because he shrunk the kid.
no, he didn't shrink.
they
the
shrunk
kid.
themselves.
They shrunk
He went back
themselves.
and
They was
saved
playing-
his
that's
daughter.
right. They was
Went and took her
playing
ass out there and got
his
taken.
And then
She
they
was an
blew up
adult.
the baby. Then they blew up the baby.
Because they kept on playing in his lab.
They kept fucking with him.
He should have shut that shit down
He
and put it
did.
in an office.
Is that
It
what I
wasn't
said?
his office,
Is that what I
it
said?
was
It's the
his
same.
outside of his house.
It's the same thing as taken. It's
It's
like
not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
It is the same thing as taken.
slander Liam Neeson.
because it's like I tell you not to do this
John
shit.
was out there
I
with the
tell you not to go to
magnifying
my.
glass like, don't step there.
Yeah,
Don't
like
step there.
No, dog. Y'all
All right,
ain't
what
finna
about
slander.
where we throwing John Q at?
I had him
John
as a
Q.
good dad.
I had him as a good dad.
I don't know, man.
I mean, he like a good dad plus ultra though.
Yeah,
I had
don't
him-
know.
like, it's
that
just
was
that-
like
that was
that's like
who
a
I
Liam
had.
Nielsen again. Like that's
Yeah.
another taking situation.
That was who I had at
Like
first.
you put like
and then I was
y'all
like,
doing
he ain't
extreme.
out
Y'all doing extreme conditioning dads.
I'm
Like
not. I'm just saying.
I talked about Jingle All the Way and Honey, I Shrunk
great
No, you
dad.
gave me like this is on extreme.
You was a great
like
dad.
this nigga.
If you
this
decide
nigga-
you going on a tour of Rampage,
I'm surprised this nigga ain't said Optimus Prime. Nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you let it be known,
I got two more I want to bring up.
that
too.
nigga said, I don't know who you are, but I will find you and I will kill you for his daughter.
but that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I think if I'd have saw when he finally got her and he'd be like, it's
We don't
smacked to the
know
back of her
what
head,
happened.
some shit.
We
That
don't
good
know what
ass
happened
popping
after-
back here like I told your ass.
We don't know what
not to be out here fucking with these people. Like, you feel like.
we don't know what happened.
That's why I can't tell if you're a good dad. Because now I'm like, now it's like, is your daughter taking advantage of you? Like, is your daughter's out here just getting in trouble? Like, my daddy gonna come beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now we
I don't want to be that.
So what? Now we saying that John Wick ain't an animal activist because he went on a rampage after everybody killed his dog.
He ain't killing for everybody's dog, though.
He killing for his
He
dog.
killed for his dog.
So he ain't an animal activist now.
I mean,
See?
All right.
but we know dogs love
You know
him.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
I forgot to add this one. The dad from Walking Dead.
Oh,
I got him as Batman.
You got him as bad. That's gonna be
Rick
my bad.
Grimes is horrible.
That's gonna be my
Oh,
bad dad
now,
too.
now, you know what? I'm a raise your taking with John McClane.
Was John McClane?
He was a dad. Was it what, third? Well, his daughter's been. He had to save his daughter in what, 2 or 3?
What movie?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
I raise your taking to John McClane.
So what about?
He ain't going on a rampage across an entire different continent.
Nigga, he took down he always takes down a country or evil organization.
What's his name on the toilet?
Yeah.
You know, but
That's not a bad.
What about Furious Styles from Boys in the Hood?
I had him as he a good dad.
I had
He
him
tried.
as a
He
good
tried
dad.
his
He tried.
best. He tried his
He
best.
tried.
Furious Styles.
Lawrence Fishburne
Fishburne.
character.
Oh, I had him too. I had him too.
He tried.
I had him in there as like he was like the black dad that you supposed to have.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Phil and Cosby and them was like the dads we would love to have.
Yeah.
But he's the dad you supposed to have.
Yeah.
Like for what's going on in this
All right,
world.
last
Like
one. Pops from House Party.
Right.
Possum House Party was a baby daddy. Possum House Party, because the wife wasn't there anyway. So Possum House Party is what your daddy you would expect to be when you was like, God damn, I got you for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I feel like House Party, like the epitome of that weekend of House Party was like, I got you this weekend, don't do no stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Now your ass on punishment, like I'm sick and tired of your shit. Like that, like, yeah, that was possible state was straight baby daddy.
So what we doing? Bad movie dads. I got Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is definitely a bad movie.
Like-
I mean, that's top dad. That's top. That's one of
He didn't know who his kid. He knew he had a kid because he could feel it through the forest. Let him kiss his sister.
well, he wasn't there when that happened.
Yeah, but
he was there. He feels it in the force. He feels it in the force. Like, ooh.
He could have reached out to both of them before. Like, hey, I'm your dad.
He feels it in the
He let
force.
that shit happen.
He definitely
and
feels
then, in the same breath of him telling him, hey, I'm your dad, cut off his kid's hand and tried to kill him.
Yeah, I mean,
What about Jody from Baby Boy?
Oh, he's a horrible dad.
Yeah, terrible dad. I mean, the opening scene was him waiting for his girl after she aborted a child. You know, like,
they definitely like fam. Who was that? John Singleton?
yeah, that's a John Singleton movie.
Boy, he knew how to take the struggles of a black man. he knew how to mold the struggles of a black
You know
man.
what? So I don't watch Tyler Perry movies, but I've seen this movie.
Shit, any daddy in Tyler Perry movie is
But
bad.
what was the? I saw
Tyler Perry
him
movie.
drop his kid out the window. What movie was that?
Bro,
I don't know.
that's heartless.
We gotta get
he
a woman
won.
on here.
Whoever it is won.
There was a
He
dad
said
literally.
dropped his kid out the window.
He was arguing with his wife.
Michael Jackson type shit?
It was Michael Ealy. No, it was Michael Ealy. Whoever he played in one of these.
Hey,
Tyler
Michael
Perry
Jackson? Where we with that?
No. Whoever Michael
Is it too
Ealy.
late? Did we do that?
Whoever Michael
We
Ealy
ain't gonna
played in one of
realize.
these Tyler Perry
Don't
movies.
realize.
Whoever Michael Ealy played in one of these Tyler Perry movies, he literally hung his daughter out the window, dropped her, and killed her.
A baby?
Yes.
Tyler Perry doing a lot. I mean, that's top there. Y'all can't top that. I don't
Yeah,
even want to go.
can't.
I don't even want to go nowhere. Hey, dog, like.
I don't know what movie that was. I just remember seeing that scene. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like, bro, that's fucking wild that Tyler Perry even put that together. Like, Tyler Perry, like I said, he's known for fucking black men up
Yeah.
regardless anyway. So,
Did y'all do any comic ones
my comic was Charles Xavier.
for good dad?
Bad dad.
He's a bad
Okay,
dad.
good. Okay.
Bad
My
dad.
bad. My bad dad. My bad dad was Magneto.
Yeah, that's my bad dad too.
That's my
Was
good
Magneto?
dad.
Magneto was a horrible father.
No, he wasn't.
He was
You a whole lie.
Bro, he abandoned Polaris, or Polaris, however you want to pronounce it, rewrote her memories he used to. Now they're not. Now they're. I think canon wise, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch aren't his kids anymore.
Yeah.
But at the time when he believes that they were his kids, he tortured them, led them to believe that they weren't his kids, and then in order this whole House of M stuff that started was because he killed Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Like, how do you got good dad out of any of this?
Because you just like Magneto.
Magneto's a good dad. He was a revolutionary.
He was a revolutionary dude.
Like I got Magneto as the horror, but
Or
like,
Omni, because Omni-Man technically is a comic book.
He was a revolutionary.
I mean, like
Omni-Man.
I
is
mean,
definitely-
Cyclops was a bad dad. Like, look how fucked up Cable is.
look how fucked up Polaris, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver are.
Shit, technically Bruce is a bad dad. Shit, look what he did.
Bruce Wayne?
Bruce is definitely bad.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Bruce Wayne. We already know he a terrible human. Period. He don't go on any of these.
Batman, like
He's
Bruce
excelled.
Wayne is a bad dad and Batman is a bad dad. Like nigga, like that's a double whammy.
So
nigga.
Batman's a selfish lover
that's
and
a
a
double
bad dad.
homicide, nigga. Double homicide. Like
You know what?
you
For my
really
good- for my
like,
good
you
comic
born
book-
in a Batman family, nigga. It's a double homicide. Like he killing you both
For my
ways.
good comic book dad, I'd have to say Spawn.
I got Jonathan Kent.
Because he came back
Jonathan Kent?
to life
Yeah,
disfigured.
Superman dad.
Yeah, Superman
Oh,
dad.
you said Kent.
Kent.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just said Ken.
Oh.
I was like, who the fuck is Jonathan Ken? No.
Oh, okay.
Spawn would be mine.
That's a good
Because he
one.
came back from the dead, you know, he tried to go see his daughter with the hamburger face and shit like that, you know, and
I put Jonathan Kent because
Wanda!
this baby literally fell from the sky and he raised it with no questions asked.
Hey, bad parents would have been the parents of Brightburn. Like the mother. Whether
The Brightburn
dad
parents?
was like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, we need to kill this motherfucker.
Like,
I'll say that the mom at least she tried to love him.
Oh,
no.
You know what?
That's
No,
bad
never mind.
parenting though, because she was trying to not see the signs.
Yeah, I give you that.
Bad parenting.
No, never mind.
But I mean, like my thing is like
Me man.
Cause we did
not
that.
bad.
But I mean, like I said, we
Yeah.
did do that. We did like remember because I was trying to say like when we were talking about bad, like especially when it came to cartoon and anime, like the range of it. So I mean, like even in Bad Dads, I do want to know like who wins between Homer and Peter. Like as bad dads, bad
Homer.
family
Homer's
dads.
the worst dad.
Peter a very bad dad.
No, you know what?
Nah,
Peter is.
I think Peter is the worst
Peter's
dad,
the worst.
bro.
Because here's the thing: Homer's bad, but Peter.
But Homer's bad because he's stupid.
Stupid, right.
But Peter
Peter
is
has-
stupid
stupid too.
Yeah.
He is not.
And also psychologically, he fucks with Meg.
But see that the reason I was
Homer
like,
chokes
but
Bart every instance he can.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like the
But
one thing that Peter
that is
hasn't
true.
got.
But no, you're right. Peter literally tortures man.
But
I
there's
know he be
torture,
calling her a boy and shit. He be doing some fucked up
everything. He
shit.
farts in her face.
He a fart in
Like,
her face.
he
He dig in his nose, see like a
and
booger.
wipe it on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucks with Meg.
He legit tortures her.
Yeah, he don't like Meg at
She'll
all.
talk and he'll like just shut up, Meg. Like
And
yeah.
then remember he felt. Remember he was going hard at Chris, trying to torture him when he found out Chris had a bigger dick than him.
Which was really weird.
That
Which
was really
You know
weird.
what I'm saying? Like they do it like and I was gonna say that the reason I didn't know for sure, but the more y'all talk about it now, it's like it's definitely Peter.
Yeah.
It's because it's what y'all said. It was like Homer is just stupid.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that the one thing that Peter never got was manipulated by the kids.
Yeah.
Like none of his kids ever did something to like
And-
Bart put Homer through shit.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
you know
Like
what? And at the end of the day, Homer, I've yet to see an episode where Peter like tries to be a good dad. Homer, there are episodes where at least Homer tries.
Yeah, he does.
That is
He
true.
at least tries.
He at least tries. He has
yeah,
moments.
because I mean the Santa Claus, the Christmas episodes.
Yeah, like
Like,
that.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff like how he well, I guess Christmas was when they got the dog. and
Where
stuff.
y'all put Bundy though? Where Al Bundy at?
Al Bundy.
I
is-
hate
Al
him.
Bundy. No,
Al
now
Bundy's
now.
a bad dad.
He's a bad dad.
He don't give a fuck about life. Like
He's
he's
a bad
depressed.
dad.
He a bad
I fuck
dad.
with
Sick of
Al,
all of them.
But he
I
a
fuck
bad
with
dad,
Al,
bro.
but-
I had him neutral.
Outside of him,
You had him neutral.
I had it neutral.
I had him. I really
You know
had him.
what?
Like I feel like it
You know
depends
what?
on the day.
He's up there with Randy.
Who?
Randy Marsh.
You had him as a good dad.
No, I
no.
said he's. That's why I'm backtracking it back because you think about it. So Al, same thing as Randy. You fuck with any of Al kids, Al's gonna fight you.
He will fight
Why-
you.
That's why I had him as neutral because
He's gonna
outside
fight you.
of that,
Like he
though,
hated his family.
yeah.
But he defended his family.
Yep.
So,
Oh, you fam. I get y'all a real twisted one. It's shit, nigga, Morticia and Gomez, or just Gomez and Joe.
He's a
Gomez.
great dad.
He's a great
You think
dad.
he was a great dad?
Yeah, hell yeah.
They just
Well,
because they were
there.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he was
now
rich.
Now you're just being
What has he
prejudiced.
done? What has he done bad?
They were extremely devoted, and we're talking about husbands though. Devoted husband too.
Yeah. He hasn't done anything
I mean,
bad.
I really want. We are
It
in the
was
bad.
just-
We are in the bad dad category, aren't we?
No, we're just talking in general.
But
now.
I mean, I was like, because I'm like, yeah.
Just because they like creepy shit,
Yeah.
that don't make them bad.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah, Gomez up there, man. He cool.
Everybody loves Raymond.
I didn't watch that.
Y'all didn't, did y'all put no one even put what's the name from Everybody Hates Chris?
Man, fuck Terry Crews.
Yeah,
You and your Terry Crews.
I was gonna say him, but then I was like, fuck Terry Crews.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Fuck Terry Crews.
Did y'all watch Seinfeld? Frank Costanza, he was a bad dad.
Hey, dad from King of the Hill, like Ben Stiller dad from King of the Hill.
No, you mean Kings to Queens.
King of the Queen, yeah. Like, Fam was definitely.
I mean, that was also Frank Costanza though. Like, that
Was it Frank? Yeah, it was Frank
they
Costanza.
both was same character, but same actor.
But I don't know if I could call him a bad dad in Kings of Queens. In Kings of Queens, he was just more so a nuisance. He was already elderly. He was just like, he wasn't.
I can understand.
He didn't really have too many dadly duties. He was more
yeah, he wasn't. He really was playing granddad.
We saw how much they fucked up.
And they didn't have kids for him to really play granddad role. He was just an extra body. I could take him out of there.
And Seinfeld, we saw how they fucked up George. Like, even George had to go live back with them at certain points.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think. Who else dad we didn't bring up?
We talked about the teacher from Boy Meets World. What about their dad?
We were on comic books. His dad was boring. He wasn't really bothered. How about Mr. Cooper? Wasn't he a dad?
No.
Mr. Cooper was a dad.
He was a dad.
He was not.
He had children.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
No, he lived with 2 women. There was no kids.
Are you?
Wasn't there?
I
Wasn't
could have sworn
Denny?
at some point he had kids. Hold on.
No.
What about LL Cool J? What was the show?
In the house.
didn't have
He was
kids
the
either.
nanny. Remember, he was the nanny.
Yeah.
Ice Cube and Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
No, that's a.
Ice Cube and
Wait,
Are We There Yet?
Was that his kids or did he adopt those?
No,
kids?
He was stepdaddy.
He was stepdad.
We still was
That's true.
stepdaddy.
No, I'm just making sure.
I mean, he moved to life. He's trying like he was
He
real
tried.
big
He
stepdaddy.
tried.
Like, so I'm like, I mean, yeah, because I mean,
Oh, it's because he was a coach. That's
Yeah.
probably what I'm
That's
thinking
okay.
about.
That's why the kid.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's Cooper.
So he did live with
He
2
lived
women?
with 2 women.
That part I haven't got to yet, but I just saw this.
so hanging with Mr. Cooper was really Three's Company.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He
That's
lived with-
cold.
I forgot the
What
woman's
about
name.
what about Rock? What about Rock? Didn't he? have kids?
Rock is top tier.
Didn't he have
Rock,
kids?
nigga.
Rock, the garbage man. Rock.
Boy, yeah, Charles Dutton.
Come
Charles
on,
Dutton.
Charles S. Dutton was Rock the sitcom. He had the brother.
Y'all
that,
both don't know Rock.
He had the brother that played the saxophone. What's wrong
Nigga,
with
it came
you?
on the same when you remember when Moesha was on the lineup.
No, I ain't never watched this.
Y'all ain't never watched Rock?
No, I ain't never seen Fam in my life.
Never seen that in a day in my life.
When the crack dealers moved across the street?
Yes,
you were on
dog.
that shit?
Never seen
He
that
was
in a
like,
day
in my life.
"I'm ruining the neighborhood."
Hey.
And the dude was like, "You just a garbage man. I'm making all this money." He like, "You ruining the neighborhood."
We didn't talk about
Dog, Rock
Tim
was
Man Taylor.
He's a bad dad.
who?
Tim the 2 Man Taylor. Because he never did shit. The mom was the one that took care of him.
Bro, you are.
Hey,
kid.
no,
You are
hey,
bad.
no. He was out that motherfucker being real chauvinistic.
Bro.
He had his
No,
all.
he wasn't.
He had all boys. Had all them motherfuckers grunting and shit. Like,
No, bro,
mama
they
goes,
was all with him.
They was all
He
with
was
them.
He was just a fuck up.
He was just a fuck up,
Bro.
but he was a good dad.
He never did nothing
Yes,
good for
he
their
did,
kids.
bro.
They mama was the
No,
one.
their mama was
Yeah, I ain't
definitely
never seen this show.
They-
You
they
You never
mama-
seen Rock?
Yeah, no,
I never
this-
either.
bro,
Wow.
Rock is
I never
top
heard
tier.
that
It
show.
is.
Like, how you never hear
That's
it?
like a goat
Wasn't it like
fucking-
with a Saturday night? Like, when like
Jamie Foxx was on it?
Bro, so- yeah,
yes, bro.
Yes.
Like, bro, this was top tier like
And,
television.
I can't remember, but the uncle, the nephew, or his brother that
I mean,
played
it
the
wasn't
sax.
top tier if we talk about ratings. It was generally towards the bottom.
Bro.
No, but it was during the time. Like,
This was a
I don't remember if it was
classic top-tier
UPN.
show.
It was
Was it?
Fox.
Was it on Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
But I'm
Fox.
saying, like, was it Fox Saturday night? Or was it primetime Saturday?
It don't say. It
I
don't
want to say it was
the date.
Friday.
Bro,
But it
that's
was part of a lineup.
That can't be top 10 TV.
But it was
TV
part of a
bro.
lineup. Like, bro, it was
Y'all
like
the only-
it was in the same lineup as Moesha,
hey,
bro.
this
It
coming-
had to be in the same lineup as
Hey,
Moesha.
this is coming from a Puerto Rican dude, but y'all the first 2 black people
In
I
my
met
life, I swear to
that ain't
God,
never
as
watched fucking
brothers.
Rock.
Like, because it came on during a black like network, like
Yeah.
a section of
That was a
time.
character in the Parenthood. That was another good dad.
Don't try to divert this.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care about
Don't
Rock.
try to
I've never
change it.
seen this show.
Listen, I never
He could
seen
be.
this
He could be
show.
the most amazing dad in the world. The show didn't
It's
look
not
interesting.
top 10 black TV shows.
Yeah, the dog.
Yes, he is.
willing to
Dog.
Yes, he was, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna watch an episode.
That's not top 10 black TV shows.
Dude, you can't watch it now
without even watching it.
Think it's all
Hold
great.
on, without even watching it, I know for a fact that it's not better than Fresh Prince, Martin. It's not better than Moesha. It's not better than Jamie Foxx show. It's
It
not
was
better
than
than
Moesha.
It was
better than Moesha.
It came on. The only
It's not
difference-
better than
so
Family
like
Matters.
no.
It
It's
came
not
on
better.
91 and
Cause
94.
I mean, my thing was like,
By the way,
I don't think it
91
was no
94.
children in Rock though. It was really like a family. Like it was just a family.
This is not
Yeah,
top 10
it
TV
wasn't.
show.
I-
so
now that I
that's
think
the
about
difference.
it.
This
The
is
only
not
difference
top
of
10 black TV show.
the only difference of it would be was the fact is like if you didn't watch it, it's because there was no kids really in it.
Yeah.
I think the only kid was like
This is
one of his
killing me.
brothers. Somebody
I'm
had a
asking my mom and
kid.
dad about
Like
it.
there was kids in it, but it wasn't like a daily, every day of kids.
Matter of
being
fact,
in it.
text them right now. I bet you they watch Rock.
Well, I can't right now.
Man, I used to fucking watch Rock. How did y'all never see Rock?
It didn't.
That was my show. He was the garbage man. Dog used to always come home with shit. His wife used to be mad. Like, why you pick this up from the garbage? Like it was free.
Yep. Let's see if she answered.
Oh, we calling in?
Like
We doing
nigga, the
call-in?
Rock drug dealer episode is literally like a searchable thing.
It is
Like,
a
Hello, mother.
classic.
You are live on the Geekset Podcast right now. I have a question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
who you talking to?
I'm talking to my mother because y'all clearly this is top 10 black TV shows. Have you ever seen the TV show Rock?
Rock?
Yeah. Early 90s TV show? She looked confused. She trying to turn. Nah. There you go.
No, hold on.
It's called Rock.
Rock with Charles S.
With
Dutton.
Charles L. Dutton. I guess he was a
He was
garbage
the garbage
collector.
man. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait. What is it called?
Rock.
Yeah, ROC.
Was it a good show?
Yes, it was.
Yes, you heard the beat.
Would you put it in your
Like y'all
top 10?
blurred out cuss words. You know what I'm saying?
Would you call it top 10 on black TV shows?
I would give it about a 9.
Told you. It's in the
Look at
list. It's in the
It's
list.
in the list.
All right.
It's not 1, 2, 3. It ain't
Yeah,
even
we not saying,
5.
like, but it's in the
it's
list.
between
Okay.
8 and 10. Like,
Me and Rudy never seen this show, and I don't think it's top 10.
we
Just based on you never seen it.
we are appalled.
Okay, I'm going to cue it up the next time y'all hear and y'all going to see it.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hey, low key, Dids really thought his mama had his back for that one moment.
He was so ready. He was so ready to be like,
He was about to look at us like, see?
She had to be
said-
reminded.
No, she didn't see it. I know for a fact, based on the way she was looking, she didn't watch it. My dad probably did because every
Then why
time
when we call pops?
because every time
Call
my dad ain't gonna answer. She was right next to him, but my dad don't talk on the phone like that. But every question
You gotta tell
I
him he
would
on the
ask,
podcast.
every question I would ask, she was like, and then she'll turn
nigga, y'all don't remember. Matter of fact, bro,
she'll
I'm
turn
finna
to look
find
off
out.
camera.
No matter
The
what you
theme-
say, we don't.
You had to have heard the theme song, bro.
I probably
Dog,
could.
that theme
play
song
it.
was so cold.
Play the theme song.
They
Yeah.
was like, dog, that
Bro,
theme song was
we
cold.
don't. I never even seen this man.
Yeah, no, dude, I've never seen in my life.
Oh, hold on, you ain't even seen it in a movie?
No.
What the nigga
You
like in
don't know
Aliens
who
or some
Charles
shit?
S.
Like,
Dutton
yeah,
is.
dog.
I saw that picture. I'm like, I've never seen.
You
I
never
felt
seen
like,
Charles
I felt
Dutton?
like that Kiki Palmer.
No, I
meme.
take it back. I seen him in
No, I
Aliens.
felt like that Kiki Palmer.
Hey, do what?
I felt like that Kiki Palmer.
Never heard that shit ever in
Sorry
life.
to that.
Bro!
No, I ain't never heard this either. Why they ain't got no syndication then?
And I damn near want to say it was in Chicago or something like
Couldn't have
that.
been that great. Why ain't got no syndication?
What you mean why I ain't got no syndication?
Every other great show from the 90s got syndication.
Yeah, that show's not in
What the fuck is
syndication.
syndication?
That mean they still showing it to this day
Reruns
on reruns.
And then
every other
that
show from the
show's not
90s got it.
syndicated.
And I ain't never
That
seen
show
it.
has not been syndicated. It's
I'm
not
trying to figure out
that
what.
shit wasn't
That
on
is
Nick
not
at
top
Night.
10. If you look up top 10 black shows, I guarantee you that's not showing up on anybody's list.
I swear I thought Rock was actually on like the black TV, like the local
TV1?
the TV1 shit. I actually really thought it was.
I ain't never seen it. I watch Martin on that all the time. Cause that ain't on streaming service.
Matter of fact,
trying
you're
to-
right. I'm about to
I
go-
just need to know what, like, I can't find. I'm trying to find out the lineup that The Rock was part of.
90?
But it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday evening
So you
prime
got-
time lineup.
So
and I feel like it was. I feel like if niggas watch Moesha, you watch
we
Rock.
gonna go
Like,
to break
I
after
don't
this.
think
but
Moesha was on Fox.
Moesha was not on Fox. On UPN.
It was
No,
UPN.
it went to
But I think
UPN later.
was owned by Fox,
No, it was-
okay.
UPN, no, UPN
Oh,
was
it's
independent.
WB.
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 Oh, it was WB. That's
WB,
right.
yeah. So hold on, just want to double check because I'm about to. I want to test some. So y'all got Rock better than Smart Guy.
No,
You never even seen the show.
Yeah,
I'm asking y'all.
Yeah,
I'm asking y'all.
So as far as we talking about
I
Rock,
already
we're
told you.
talking about the. We're not talking about the
I gotta
show.
address something.
Like, yeah, we're not
I
talk-
gotta address something because Rudy is really fixated on trying to ask us if we put in Rock over all of these classic
Yes.
TV shows when I clearly defined Rock as being between a number 8 and a 10
I know.
on a list
And
of
I
top
said
10.
no. I said
so
it's not
it
an
ain't-
8 or not.
You never even watched it.
No, that's what I'm about to ask
But
y'all.
no, but my thing is like
I'm
we're
about
talking
to
about.
survey y'all.
We're talking about Rock. Well, I thought we were talking about dads. And
No,
that was
I'm
a-
talking about. I asked y'all,
Y'all
it was
came
top
and said
10
it was
show.
top
Y'all said
10
it was top 10 black show.
sitcom.
Yeah, and it lies between 8 and,
And I
10.
said, I'm about to ask. I'm about to test y'all on it. So do y'all got it better than Smart Guy?
A hard-working man supports his
Yeah.
extended. Bro, you got
You got it better than Smart Guy? Okay.
I didn't. I mean,
All right.
fam,
No. You ain't got to
I mean,
explain.
can you
ain't
finna
gotta
run through a
explain.
list of things? It's like, bro, you finna have me like off spot pick, but it's
Yeah,
like
you ain't
the
got
fact
to
that you.
explain.
I'm giving Rock low, bro. It's like
Yeah.
even I'm
don't
That's
think
it.
it's
Like,
so
I know
that-
you
it,
give it
ain't,
low.
it ain't our fault. Y'all missed
No,
out.
no.
Like, yeah,
on the
like, my
classic.
Y'all
thing-
missing. Hold on.
my thing is Rock is at 10. So anything you want to put between the 3, like I mean, cause
Okay,
even,
let me ask y'all. Y'all,
but I don't know, bro. Like, cause I'm like I don't know all these shows. So it's
I know,
like
so I'm just gonna
Smart
ask
Guy.
you.
I don't even. I
I
watched
wasn't-
all 3
Bro,
seasons.
I'm not asking Universal.
If
I'm
we
asking
put it in
you.
at number 10, all the other shows are before it. So
Yeah,
I
like,
don't know why
I
we're
give you
going through this.
Let me just go through it.
Okay.
And y'all just say yes or no. That's all I'm
Because
asking.
it's like that's because now if I say no, it's like oh, so he not in this show,
No,
not in the top 10.
I'm not
like,
doing it. I'm just
Us?
saying yes or no. That's all I need from you.
was in The
You guys are
Sopranos.
going too deep into this. Do y'all got it better than the Steve Harvey show?
fam, the Steve Harvey
Yeah.
show is.
I got
is-
it better than Steve Harvey show.
All I just need is a yes or
But
no.
then you
from
ask Lib all these because I'm not finna do
My
that.
name is Earl.
Bro,
I'm not, bro.
Why?
Because I like Rock show. Is like even like I said when me and Lib was thinking
I
about
know,
it.
but I'm asking your personal.
But I'm not
But I mean,
comparing
if,
it.
if
Like
we
it's
know,
just
if you already, we already
All right,
know.
let's
like
go
it's
to
in my
commercial
top
break.
10.
Never mind.
But like it's in my
Let's
top
go
10.
to commercial break.
Yeah.
then.
Like
Never
we
mind.
already know he gave it 10.
Like it's in my top 10, but it's like I don't have a range of like all these other shows. Like I just know Rock is definitely a memorable show to me. If
I
you gave
wasn't
me top
asking
10,
that.
if you wanted to give me, if you want me to make a top 10 list, I can give you that at the break. But just give me shows, and I gotta like think if it's better than Rock. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I just know Rock is in my top 10
We'll
shows.
skip past. Let's go to
but
break.
I do agree with what he
Let's
said.
Yeah,
go to
like,
break. Let's
that
come
is
back
a
and
lot.
talk about
That's a lot, bro.
Loki.
You
That
want
is
to
a
run
lot.
names like
I
y'all
don't
gotta
have
compare.
to.
Like
I had like only 9 shows that I was gonna ask.
nigga, that's like the whole top 10 list. Like not
No,
like.
no, it's not. It's just
He
9
got.
shows.
We told him clearly it's like number 10,
Bro,
and then he wanted to give
let's
us a
go to
list from
break.
1 to 9. And he tells us we going too deep into it. I don't understand the point.
Because
if
all
it's
I'm
10,
asking-
it's just 10.
All I'm asking is just saying yes or no. Y'all want to go into this whole whatever. Y'all wanna
Bro,
go
we
to
just said we like the
equality.
show, and we gonna put it on number 10 on our list of
I know.
1 to 10.
I'm not talking about the
so
list.
every other
I'm
show
just
you
saying,
giving us
boom
is
to
I
boom.
mean, yeah.
So
Like,
let's leave it alone and go to break and come back and talk about Loki.
okay.
We are back.
We are back.
What was that?
Shitting on y'all for not knowing what rock is.
You said fair.
I'm gonna watch it.
Bitch gonna watch it. I
I'm
really
gonna
not.
watch
We gonna
it.
take-
And
we
I-
gonna move around.
It better be amazing.
I got zero interest to even look into this show.
Well, I might watch it. I can't find a place to watch it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I am
It's
surprised.
not
I am surprised it
syndicated.
ain't
It's not.
syndicated like you said. Like, I am
It's not.
surprised. I am surprised about
Gotta
that.
find
It's not
somebody with the
syndicated.
VHS.
But I thought it was on Hulu
Bro,
or
I ain't got a
something.
VCR.
Like I feel like it was on Hulu or
That-
something at some
that would
point.
not
dog.
help me.
Like it had to got pulled out because I definitely feel like I saw it on Hulu or Netflix at one point.
I don't know. I'll check again. When I put where to watch, nothing came up.
Well, we are talking about episode 2 of Loki. Did we talk about episode 1?
No,
No. So let's talk about Loki.
it
in
came out
general.
between podcasts.
Yeah, we did come out between podcasts.
So yeah, let's talk about Loki.
Yeah, we
quick-
haven't even went to
Quickie-
the first or second.
Quickie review. How are you guys liking the season so far?
I'm fucking with it. I like it.
I like it a
think
lot,
it's
too.
the
Lip
better of
fucking it,
the.
apparently.
Yeah,
So
you
far,
fucking that
it's the-
motherfucker to the raw.
So far, I like it better than WandaVision and Bucky and
You
Winter
didn't watch
Soldier.
it. You
Yeah,
didn't-
you didn't watch
watch
it.
I
Fucking Winter-
watched a few episodes and then I
I
watched
think
the
you
last
watched 2
one.
episodes.
And the last one, I wasn't like
How you? Boy, shut up.
because you know you like something after the first episode.
Do
You
you?
gonna watch? So
Nah.
the first episode, I was like, yeah. Then the second episode, I was like, I'm gonna watch
You know
it.
what's funny? This
That was like,
goes,
"Ma."
this goes exactly into the conversation we just had. So me, I will give a bad series a full season. Now,
Hell no.
That's the one thing I can do. I will watch something and I will watch the whole full first season, even
Hell.
if it's bad, to give it a shot.
Do you? Is there a limit on how long the season gotta be, or it doesn't matter? Like you
I'll
can have
finish the first.
24.
I'll finish the
Hell
first
no.
season.
You a fool ass nigga.
Bro, why I gotta be a fool? Why can't I have my methods?
Fam, that method sound like that's just torture.
That's just torture.
Hey, I watched a whole lot of bad stuff.
We did watch Blood Sea.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
Y'all
fair.
watch Blood Sea?
Yeah.
Shit, that was torture.
It sucked.
It just never.
Yeah, you can watch it. You can watch
It was
the
a
rewind
roller
about
coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
But
that was content.
Let's stay on track.
It's content.
Yeah.
Let's stay on track with Loki. Bacardi, what did you say you fucking with it?
Yes, I thought
Yeah.
Loki. I'm a fan of how they doing the series in general.
Oh, yeah, me
so
too.
I thought Loki was gonna be like how they started it out the first episode, like branching immediately from like from the point in the movie. I thought was perfect, and I love Fam as Loki.
Oh yeah,
So
he's amazing.
so I mean, like now it's just pretty much watching. Like it opens up a whole new world. Cause what's so different about Loki to me is the fact that like I feel like Captain and Winter Soldier and WandaVision kind of fit the mold of that, of the characters,
of the MCU.
but you didn't know what Loki was gonna go at all.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Yeah, you're getting way more characteristic traits of Loki. Like for the most part, all we know was Loki was arrogant. He was the trickster. Right now, towards the latter half, what we're seeing in this series was what we started seeing a little bit from Loki. We started seeing a little bit of that before he got killed by Thanos, of this Loki that we're seeing in this show. So this is like the full fledged of it, you know. And
yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah,
and so that's what I like. So let's talk about episode 1, because I know we talked about it in Discord and in our group chat, but I know like the biggest moment, one of the parts that I love is just how we spent 15 years about how 10? Yeah. Was it 10? 09
to 19.
All right, 10 years of how focusing on how powerful these Infinity Stones were. That was the drive for everything. And then within like a 10-second, within like a 2-minute just interaction
with a character that is meaningless.
Dude,
with a character that is meaningless.
Dude is a paper pusher.
And within 2 minutes they were just like, oh yeah, no, we got a whole bunch of these. Like,
but that's how comic books are.
No, I know that, but I said I love that. I love that.
That's why I think. That's why I said. That's why I like.
They depowered the Infinity Stones.
But I don't
that.
think they depowered it because in there it states that nothing magical can ever happen. So the stones may not work in there, but it doesn't mean they don't work outside of there.
But the fact they have a surplus of them, they're the one that's giving out.
I get what he's saying about how they depowered them, because if you're looking at it strictly as MCU, because you're gonna go into like in the comic books, whatever.
We're talking about
strictly MCU. Those were touted as the ultimate power of the universe.
Right, they always are
for 10
even
years.
in comic books.
But now, in a span of, I think that was probably 10 minutes into the episode, it was cool. Those are the ultimate power of the universe. Except we got this.
We got a whole bunch of them, and now there's
there's
more. Because remember at that point,
because I gotta say this. They said in there, nothing fucking
no, we
works.
know that. I'm not talking about that. What we're saying.
Of course, it'll give you that perception that they ain't worth shit.
No, I'm not saying that they're not worth shit. I'm just saying they're not as powerful. Like there's other. Remember, up until this point in the MCU, that was the most powerful thing.
Because we didn't know about the time.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what the statement is.
But that's what the Loki statement was. Like, is this like because it's like there's a place where we look down on what we think is the most all powerful. Like the fact that you can say like that shit don't work here, that means that they work. They just don't work here.
Right.
Like we're all powerful.
We're more powerful.
Nobody really knew about the time thing. Nobody except for the people there, because nobody's supposed to know. So it kind of makes sense that nothing would work there because it's not in any reality.
That's what I'm saying.
That still makes that statement.
Like what made it funny to me was the fact that I thought about it like that. Like I thought about like they are part of the timeline. So it's like how we think about all the moments of anybody getting Infinity Gauntlets, everybody recovering stones. Yeah. These niggas have really much been up in the sky, wherever like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that so much.
It's like the Dragon Ball. It's like, all right, they made it with some shit. We got an arc.
It's the equivalent of you live in the world and you're like, oh man, this world is huge, right? Yeah. And then if you're an astronaut and you go up in space, you literally looking at the world like, damn, there's more to this than just the world. Yeah. Like that's what it is. That's what I love about it. It was like the Infinity Stones was the driving force for everything in this 10-year span, and then within 10 minutes, it was like, I mean, there's bigger shit at play, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this y'all world, but like, fam, there's way bigger shit up here. Like,
we don't even throwing your universe. We throwing your part of the universe stone.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we throwing shit everywhere. Like,
it rocked Loki's world. Loki was like.
That's why I said it when you was like, is this more power? Like, is this the most powerful place on like?
It was the fact that they was paperweights. Cause that threw me off
because when he opened that drawer, he was like, why do y'all got this? He was like, oh yeah, nigga, we all got them. Like that's
what I'm saying. Like, what made it all powerful?
We bedazzled jeans.
Like, what made it all? Well, yeah, like
my shoes. Those is infinity.
That would have been cold. Like, because I was like, would have made it all powerful. Would have been like, because Loki, I feel like still had the mind state of still seeing these stones all powerful.
Oh, yeah,
remember, because he had the Tesseract.
Yeah,
he was still trying to use it. He thought that.
So like, if they would have had a moment where niggas actually had that shit sold in, like some bedazzled shit, like we just like you still look at it like either these people where I'm at are the strongest people in the world. Yeah, because they're able to just walk around this shit like it's nothing. Yeah, or even the fact that it don't work here. It's like you would look like the pencil push that you talking to is like. Yeah, it's just paperweights. It's like, hold on, bro. They the paperweights to you.
Hey, hold on. We gotta run hands.
Like, if I'm Loki and I'm trying to disrespect you, and you got a drawer of fucking Infinity Stones.
That's the second part. Think about it this way: when we saw all the Infinity Stones, right? Just in general, before this, they were like heavily guarded. People, you couldn't even hold it. It was like, oh man, you got the Infinity Stone, right? So in that first 10 minutes, Loki was like, remember when they first got it, he was like, hey, be careful with that. Be careful. And they like, whatever. And so when he trying to fight to get back, he's like, oh, I gotta get that Tesseract. Yeah. He's like, yo, and then they just gave it to a pencil pusher. They didn't give it to a higher up. They didn't give it to a sergeant. They gave it to
Loki. You would look at the pencil pusher like, nigga, how strong? Or like, you look goofy as a bitch, but how strong are you? Because he like, I got a drawer.
He knocked us a motherfucker.
That entire episode was built on just fucking with. When they showed him the timeline of his life.
Oh yeah. When you heard the neck crack. You heard the neck snap.
Yeah, because remember, this the Loki before he didn't even know he was a frost giant, you know?
No, I think he did.
No, he didn't.
No,
this was before
remember, this was Avengers
Thor
1.
Did he learn that?
No,
I thought he learned that in Thor.
Thor 2.
I thought he learned that in
Thor 2. Thor 1.
Yeah, no, Thor 2.
Okay.
Thor 2. He learned he was a frost giant.
I thought that was Thor 1.
Because that's when he went to get the frost giants to go attack them.
Yeah.
He didn't even, that Loki that we see didn't even get that far.
But what I love about the Loki show is to me is true Loki fashion though. Like to see a variant Loki branch off, but then knowing that you finna capture another variant Loki, like that, like the Loki is the you know what I'm saying, like the god of mischief.
By the way, because
but I mean, like Loki
has said it to him. This is kind of jumping in episode 2 a little bit, but
Mobius, no, it was in episode 1 when he told him.
No. I'm talking about the part I was gonna say when he told him. He was like. I didn't think that you was going to help us because you wanted to help us, but the fact that you want to be the superior one and that this one is actually superior, I figured I can bank on that. That you would want to do that.
That you want to outsmart. Like I feel like I've seen this in another show, anime, whatever, where it's like they had to use somebody to try to smart because it's like this person's better than you. And I know you don't want to be outsmarted.
That's a common trope.
Yeah, I've seen it recently, and I can't recall.
Like I know you don't want to be outbeaten, but I feel like you want to help.
It's a common trope because I can't, like you said, I can't picture a specific show.
But that statement of you don't want to be,
you want to be the best of yeah.
But I'm like, I think the I felt like the first episode in general was
the first episode
of the breakdown of the TVA.
That was a great way to set everything.
The breakdown of TVA, the fighting, the whole like they gave us everything. We gave the reverse.
Well, they also, I mean, the whole timeline thing. Like we didn't really know too much of it yet. I mean, obviously, if you read
it got
comics,
to the question of why the Avengers were able to do what they did and with no repercussion.
And then it subtly explained what the multiverse of madness is going to be.
But to be fair, the Avengers mentioned like we can't do anything to change anything because it will obstruct the time. Like they mentioned that specifically, so they hid.
Saying just the fact that they were able to do it without getting anybody showing up like, hey, why are you in this time again?
And also, they didn't technically know. Remember, they were guessing it off of old movies. Remember,
but that was their logic. We can't.
But they didn't know for sure. They just kind of based it off of those movies.
It wasn't even like the way it seems like the way the TVA does it is. It don't matter if you had your noble intentions. It would have been the fact that they showed up in time. They would have showed up. Yeah. Like, hey, why are you here? So So the fact that they were able to actually
But he said
do it,
that he said that was supposed to happen.
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That's the fact. So we got that reasoning why they were able to do it when we're seeing
why they
other
was
people
able
who
to do the
couldn't.
time heist in it. But what also like is like they subtly explain what the multiverse of madness is. Like when you think about it, like knowing that once it hits the red line, that's when shit goes crazy. So like now we kind of subtly know.
So
like,
I know. So I feel like my
happens.
thing is like, I feel like like how we were talking about, y'all were talking about earlier about
if somebody pop up,
that redlining thing of like hitting something would kind of link more into the Doctor Strange realm.
Well, yeah,
of like
that's
something
what I
had
think.
like
I don't think
something
he shows
happened.
up. I don't think he shows up. I don't think nothing major like
Loki.
that.
I think Loki.
But somebody
show
had to
is-
pop up. I feel like someone had to pop up that would stall time that long to make it hit that.
Which is why
I think what happened in episode 2. I think that because you gotta think. There's not. It was like what you said, like at least 20 timelines that they fucked up.
it might have been more than that.
Maybe
Yeah,
more
it was
than
a
that.
ton.
They're not gonna have enough people to catch that. One of those.
But is the multiverse
multiverse?
the timelines, different timelines?
The way they
thing,
explained it in
and
episode
also,
1, yeah.
and
Loki,
also my
yeah.
thing is too, like, you got to think when Loki left. So
But again,
So like,
But
all,
they-
WandaVision,
right now,
all that
but
shit,
they-
but
everything.
really,
outside of time.
they can jump. They outside of time. So even though he left out of that time, everything that's going on is going on.
But everything that changed.
Just in that timeline. Remember, there's
No, it's two timelines. Remember, like as far as Avengers, because they already went back.
yeah.
Right.
No,
Like,
because now that timeline don't have
they
until
reset
Loki.
that charge in
They
the
reset
beginning.
it. Yeah,
they reset that charge.
They reset that charge in the very beginning.
when they took him, they reset the charge that one.
But that
But
was at
that
that
takes
planet.
that
That wasn't.
Loki
That
out,
wasn't in the
though.
city.
No, that's why they take. No, that resets. That resets that entire timeline.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
That
then
res-
that they make another variant Loki.
No,
No.
that's why they take it out because
So
the whole
here's the-
idea is
when-
when
when
you
it-
take
when-
out the
when it
variant.
happened-
I thought
you
it was-
just-
I thought it
Hold
was
on.
location.
When it happened, that's when the time.
Yeah, it's split.
So when they caught him, they reset it.
They reset that
And
one,
now go-
and now
and-
they
and-
take. What they do is they take the variant out of the time stream in general,
'cause in that-
and eventually,
Yeah.
if he loses his case, because remember he lost his case. Obviously, he was supposed to be
Dead.
obliterated.
Yeah, because in that moment, he became a variant.
Yeah.
So let me get, when the Avengers went back in time, they just went back in whatever the original timeline was.
Right,
So this
because
was it.
the whole
They went back
the whole
in time.
thing caused the whole like the whole coming out.
Yeah.
was
So
caused.
when he took the Tesseract, that's when the time started
split.
going, and that would have been the second timeline. But when they caught him, they erased it, and he erased all that timeline back. So everything
all of that
we-
never happened.
all
So
that
he
never
just
happened.
so he's a loose Loki that only knows
yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
getting away with a Tesseract.
Yes.
Yes.
Boom, that. Right. So right now, like I said, so that's why I said, like, even with everything with the multiverse of madness, I do believe that one of the, like, I don't.
But he saw it. Like I think the problem. I think what I was trying to say though is like, because he saw, like, we didn't see him watch all video, and we know he didn't watch all video of him. But I feel like because of where he is though, even though we're saying like he's out of place, there's something that still had to happen within the last two arcs. Especially with, I feel like at least with WandaVision.
Unless
WandaVision
unless he
would be
goes
after.
back. But here's the thing, because
Unless
he's a
he
variant.
gets back
yeah.
into the actual.
But then that'll fuck up the timeline.
Yeah.
He'll be a
I
variant
almost
at that
feel
point.
like the Doctor Strange movie ain't gonna be related to the timeline. Like, I just have this strange feeling like the multiverse.
But I mean, because if you think about the WandaVision thing though, like if you think about WandaVision, anything like that wasn't supposed to happen. Like I think they manipulated
it was.
Wanda.
Well, I think it was. I think that was supposed to happen.
I think that was. I think
Because remember, it's not a perfect timeline. It's not that everything goes smooth.
I mean, yeah.
I think in their ideas, Loki's not going to. So, in their idea, I think what their idea is that Loki's not going to show back up in the time.
Yeah.
So, if he exists in the time, if he exists in the TVA's universe,
Yeah.
wherever they are, they don't care because he's outside of time.
Outside of time.
Oh.
He's not.
yeah.
In
You
the
know what?
But if he
timeline.
goes back, then that
that's
creates a
when-
variant.
yeah, then
And
that's when shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. But I mean, but
So
also
that's why
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if they really want Loki back,
they can't though.
they can, because they can find a way to throw it off again if Loki goes back to try to save the other Loki.
Well, here's the thing. I think that we kind of talked about this. We kind of see it a little bit because when you remember his,
He's
theory-
still a god of mischief, fam. Like Loki,
And to be
you
fair,
see yourself die.
We don't know if every timeline
don't, yeah.
variant
Yeah.
immediately takes it
Like,
to that red line.
And
Yeah,
if
that's
you think
true.
about, and if you think about
and that's what it is. They're gonna have to find a way to put him back in the timeline that doesn't deviate off. Because remember, things can happen.
We don't know if
that doesn't have to hit
'cause
red
remember-
line.
It would
That
be
was-
the neck break. I think it's whatever you. I think what we don't know. Well, hold on. Did Thor bury Loki, or did he just die there and it was just gone? Like he left
we
there.
didn't see any
We didn't
after
see
that.
anything.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that would be the only thing would be him going back
to
try
after
to
the
figure
neck
out-
broken and
Yeah.
showing up after the fact. Because what could
Like, is that-
happen?
Well, here's the thing. The reason why I said I believe that can't happen because Loki's own theory that we learned in season 2. I mean, in episode 2, where he was saying like, I can do whatever I want if the imminent is death, right? So let's
He
say
could show up. He could show up
right
at the snap.
At the snap, but then instead of dying, doesn't die,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Because
he's
he's
not
like,
even
it's
at the
everything-
snap. He could show up when everybody comes back from the snap.
But it's like it's everything that he was already explaining though. For like he was talking. Remember he was talking about the difference of his power.
Yeah.
Like I can actually like it's not about
it's
an
not
image.
It's
I can
projection,
grow.
manipulation, or
I can
something
actually
like that.
project
Whatever he
myself.
called it, yeah.
So it's like he can come in,
And say-
project himself as the person getting snapped, like the next snap, but it's not
But
actually.
no, I'm saying
him.
at the point because you got to figure if he was saying so. The theory was you can do whatever up until what I think he called it an extinction
Yeah.
event or whatever. But that was like the Pompeii thing because
Yeah.
everything
They
ended
died.
at that point. So theoretically, and this is just getting into the weeds of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The snap, the reverse snap, I guess whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it, would be the opposite
Opposite.
of that. So coming back exactly at that point should be
bring him- yeah.
where it
But I
has
mean, that's what I'm saying, like,
Because
my thing-
if they don't do that, then technically the way this season ends is like Loki saves the timeline, but he has to die.
Die, yeah.
Like
and
that-
Loki doesn't die though. Loki's always been like he's a like I said, the fact that he has the power of like mischief and like you thinking he died or dude like
depending on if resurrection is part of this, because remember in the comic he get resurrected as one of the resurrection is Lady Loki. You know, like
I thought it
but
was
that would
just
be
a
a
var- I don't think it was a resurrection.
Like what
I thought that was
I
resurrection in the comic.
like what I
Maybe
feel
so, you're
like
right.
I said what I feel about what the Loki show is more like because Loki actually stepped into this TVA
Yeah.
and don't know about it. It's gonna be more of the unveiling of Loki understanding like how strong he really is. Like it's so many fucking Lokis like me that I can team up. Like
well,
it's like
because they say that Loki is always an agent of chaos. They did
Yeah,
that
everywhere.
But here's the thing. Also, the twist. We don't actually know what the Time Keep's actual powers are outside of weaving the timeline. Like if he gets his meeting with them, that could be his one wish.
yeah, his one yeah.
Like look, I helped y'all save this timeline. Only thing I want is I want to continue to live.
Yeah.
And then that maybe they can find a way to weave it in, right? So we like it could end that way.
I mean, I definitely believe like I don't believe the Loki show is a one season thing.
I do.
I believe I believe the Loki.
So
I believe he's
remains
gonna
to be seen for sure.
I believe he's gonna play a lot in the
but
multiverse.
there was a leak that said Loki season 2.
Yeah, I believe he's gonna play a lot in the multiverse in general.
So you think he's gonna be a Trunks?
Like I don't think we're
You
gonna
be
get
a
Loki
future
back
Trunks?
into the story.
You think he's gonna be a future Trunks?
Yeah, and for at least for a year of movies.
There was a so I didn't mean to cut you off. So there was a job listing that was the leak where it was like you're gonna work on productions such as The Mandalorian. I think it said like Flash, blah blah blah. But one of it said Loki season 2. So there's been no confirmation or one way or the other.
Okay.
But
Loki season 2 can work perfectly though with him being in the timeline
Well,
thing.
if he stays a TBA agent, then yes, I can see that because then.
But I mean, I feel like
because then you're not you really not working in the timeline. You're kind of just managing, making sure the timeline stays in place. And if anything ever gets out of whack, then you pop in.
You're right, but I feel like he's going to save his. I feel like he's going to save the original Loki though.
so another thing is
Like I feel like he's going to find some way to manipulate his way back.
But then that there would be no need to if he's
He
gonna,
like
if he's
that,
gonna stay.
no,
if he's gonna stay,
Loki won't know. Loki won't know about the variant Loki.
No, I know. Loki won't know. But if the Loki that we see now stays a TVA agent, what's the purpose of saving the old Loki?
To make sure Loki stays like.
But why?
They can't save the old Loki. They're not going to.
But why? Like I guess why would you? Why would you do
Because
They
he
won't
can't
save the
leave.
old Loki.
Like, the variant Loki can't leave.
that? No, I know that. But why would he save the old Loki?
Because he
What
wants
does that matter?
it's him, nigga. Like,
But he's him. Remember, he don't even like the variant Loki that they chasing.
no, because the variant Loki is bad.
No, he doesn't. He didn't like. Remember, even when they was going over all the other Lokis, like he doesn't like any Loki. He wants to be the
But
sole
I
Loki.
mean, but
so
we're
why
talking
would he go
about-
back and
I
save
don't think
another
he
Loki?
wants to be the
Yeah,
soul.
I think-
he wants
yeah.
to be the best.
He's gonna be
Loki.
like, we're going. And
I don't see him saving another Loki.
No, that's the best. It's like waking your ass up. Like, yeah, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see
yeah,
that.
you know what I'm saying?
That seems illogical to me. I don't
you
see
could
him,
be right.
I don't see him saving the older Loki. If now
I feel like, you know what I feel like?
So, yeah.
I feel like what we gonna see is the double cross. Like you said, we didn't
I
see.
feel like, he's definitely going to double cross.
But it's the double cross is saving Loki.
No,
It's like
the double
I feel
cross-
like what we didn't know is gonna be a scene.
I don't think that's the double cross.
I don't think he's gonna double cross at all.
nah.
I think he double crosses.
I don't think he's gonna double cross at all.
It's in his nature to double cross.
I think the double because now after watching these
also,
first.
I got a wild theory that I'm gonna end. I want to.
Oh, you were telling me that. So now that we've seen 2 episodes, there's only 6 episodes, so we're a third of the way through it, and I think now I get how Kang is going to show up. Yeah. So, and I think that.
Do you think he's one of the 3 Time Lords?
I think he's the middle one.
The middle one. They keep on focusing on the middle one. That's the only one that got kind of African American features.
But he's not black. And they're not going to make him black.
Well, no, I'm saying because
he's got like a whole
Jonathan Majors is playing Kang.
But that's
an actor. That's why.
I mean, I don't.
They're going to make him look like the actor.
I don't think so because he's a fucking green guy with a helmet. Why are they going to make him look like the character, like the actor?
They make him.
I mean, that's a suit of armor.
Josh Brolin didn't. Thanos didn't look like Josh Brolin.
No. But I don't think
it was Josh
Brolin.
Ron Perlman.
No, remember
Thanos was Josh Brolin. Ron Perlman was Hellboy.
No, what I'm talking about is he
had some features that was Josh Brolin.
His face doesn't really have prosthetics. It's really just gonna be paint. It's the armor and the helmet. So his face is gonna have to look like the actor.
We assume it
hold on,
now.
you not talking about?
No, I'm pretty sure
Kang got big nose though, like fam though. Like from the comics, I saw like he got the nose.
I think Kang.
Either way,
Nigga named Kang, bro. Like why
Kang
we not?
is gonna be
Kang is white.
Kang is gonna be highly CGI, just like what's his name, because he is
gonna be more
a
Gamora.
huge character.
I think it's gonna be more Gamora.
I thought he was like a Galactus kind of
I
character.
don't think
Anyway.
it's gonna be like
My whole
Gamora at
statement.
all. And I think he's gonna be completely CGI.
Yeah, I thought he was a
That's the
I thought
only
he was
way
a
they can
Galactus
pull
kind of
Kang
character.
off.
No, because if you look at Kang, it's really armor and just his face is exposed. What CGI would you put on his face?
I mean, Thanos was exposed, and
they
he was CGI.
They used prosthetics for his chin, but his face.
His face was.
But
his
His face was his face.
They
His face
put
was in his face.
prosthetics and they
On the
use
chin.
CGI.
They use
CGI.
Well, you talking about CGI probably for like action movement.
Yeah,
but walking around standing
sure they
still.
use CGI for his whole
Yeah, like
body.
not like standing still.
His face.
We ain't gonna
face-
recognize Atticus.
His face was his face.
We ain't gonna recognize Atticus.
You don't believe? You
Either way,
disrespectful?
I don't think
like I said,
so.
my
Huh?
point.
Did you recognize like Ron Perlman as Thanos? Like I mean,
Ron
not
Perlman.
Ron
yeah,
God,
I mean,
Josh Brolin.
Brolin,
When I look at
did.
Thanos, I don't think that's Josh Brolin at all.
You can see. I
can
thought
see
you.
his
Half the time I forgot like that was him.
Other than the chin.
Yeah, other than the chin,
But-
his face is his face.
Matter of fact, he looked more like the comic book Thanos to me than anything. Like that was probably the most accurate.
so you think
comic book.
you think they can't make Tick look like the comic book? Like what's her name, Kang?
If they were smart, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't do it. Like why would they? I feel like
Because the motherfucker's face is blue and look like a goddamn white man. Look at him. Like, come on, bro. This is
like
not.
bro, his nose
there
is
no
huge. Like
paint.
bro,
His nose looked just like
Bro.
Atticus.
yeah, his nose looks just like Atticus.
Okay, look.
His nose.
Atticus, dog. You gonna tell me this pointy ass nose look like him?
Yes.
You gonna tell me his nose is flat? He's got a pointy motherfucking nose.
Fam, I see Atticus in that picture.
Yeah, it's Atticus, bro.
Like I can see the Atticus in
I
that
see
picture.
Apocalypse in this picture.
But anyways, that middle one is definitely Kang.
So, like I said, I think Kang is coming. I don't think it's gonna. Well, we know Kang is coming.
I think Loki is setting up for Kang.
Oh, for sure. And I think I'm starting to see how it is, and that's why I think Loki will double cross.
And you know what?
But I mean,
I did, because I want to get this off.
Yeah, let
Because
Diz get his off first.
Kiss did say something.
Let's
Just
Diz get his off
made
first.
my brain just think about something.
Why I think Loki will double cross. His whole thing is about wanting to see the timekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
So where I think he's going to double cross is when he gets to the timekeepers, one of who I think is going to be Kang, even though it's not in the comics. I think for this situation,
I think it's gonna be Kang.
I
I'm
think
pretty
one
sure.
of them will be Kang, and he's gonna try to double cross at that point. And I think that's where we get our motive for Kang, because it seems like the MCU wants to always give that motive of you can understand what this
I
villain
got
is
something
doing.
better for you.
but I feel like the double cross.
But they go
hold
too
on, before
far.
you
I got
go.
Diz.
Let Liv
I
go.
got something better
And so
for you.
I think in this situation, what their motive is going to be, where Loki does his double cross, and Kang just gets fed up, where he's like, "All right, too much is happening with the timeline. We allowed them to do this one thing. He's doing this thing. Too much is going on. We can't, as a unit, we can't do this. I got the best ideas. I'm taking care of this.
I got
now.
something better for you. I don't even think that there's 3 timekeepers anymore. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Kang,
you think he killed them already?
I'm pretty sure Kang already killed all 2 because his whole thing, his whole thing was wanting to be the
I agree.
strongest.
That's a good one.
So
that is a
I'm
good
pretty
theory.
sure that's why.
that's
And
a
you know
good theory.
what made me think of it when you mentioned it about Loki going up to wanting to see. everybody has said they hadn't seen these motherfuckers in
Right.
forever. So
Yeah.
what I think is going on.
Before you go on it, I just want to double check something. Is old girl saying that she's been talking to the timekeeper or not?
She
No,
said
she said she ain't seen him
she
either.
ain't seen him.
Okay, okay, I thought I was tripping.
I think the big reveal is I think that Kang has already killed those other three. He's been manipulating things for the time for whatever it is, and I think that other Loki somehow is working
For
with
that
it.
Kang.
Because there's things that's
I got a
leading to it.
question.
Them not being able to see it, and then they mentioning them not seeing these motherfuckers forever, and because they're always focused on something else. And
But how,
the
in the
lady,
comics, how often
hold
do
on.
they see them?
Well, I got a question
Hold
about
on.
that. That's why I want to ask
Then
him.
the lady saying they have been extremely focused on this, looking at this. So I think Kang is working with that other Loki if they do reveal him.
Now I got a question. With
Oh, they
King-
revealed
And
her.
I'm
I don't
pretty
think
sure he
they
killed
revealed her.
No,
And I'm
about
pretty
the
sure.
King,
No,
King.
I'm pretty sure.
But see,
she
that
killed-
wouldn't be cold though, because if you think about it,
I got a quick question
So
for Lib.
I agree with what you're saying. I don't think that he killed him yet. I think that's the.
I think they're dead already. I think they've been
That's
dead
fair.
forever,
Well, I got
for
a
a
question.
long
That's fair.
motherfucking time.
Wait, 'cause
Because
you
that's
know,
exactly what Kang would have done.
but that's how like
That's
I'm
exactly
gonna let
what
you- I'm gonna
Kang
let
would
you
have
get off.
done.
I'm-
He's
yeah,
not a
get
good
yours.
guy. He don't give a fuck
No, yeah,
about
but that's why-
timeline continuity.
But that's why I thought, and that's why I thought. I don't think he ever thought. I think it's like I'm going off the fact that they're like that. It seems like Marvel was trying to like these villains. They have these villainous thoughts, but it's like you can kind of understand where they're coming from.
Well, I got a different question. With Kang, doesn't it? And maybe I'm incorrect. Isn't his reason for wanting a singularity timeline so he can rule it, right? Or am I wrong there? Like, wasn't that his motive?
In the comics, he goes through different timelines. All right,
But
there's
he-
different timelines everywhere for him.
They have a
And
council
he's
of
the
Kangs.
only one. No, there's only one Kang. There is never another Kang.
They have a council. They have. I was literally just reading that issue. There's a council of
Kangs.
Kangs.
I think that came later on.
I'm sure. I'm
Because
sure
in,
it did, yeah.
from
But is his
I think
motive
that
to-
came up in the 2000s,
Oh,
if that is
probably.
there. But previously, it was always one Kang. He wanted to. He was more like a dark side type of dude, but he will go into different timelines and become a conqueror. That's why they called him Kang the Conqueror.
But is it because
so
he
the way
wants-
that they-
is that why
He just
wants
wanted
one?
power.
So
Right,
the way that
okay.
they explained it in the thing when
Yeah,
they had the
the
Council of
Kangs.
Kangs
Yeah, I'm seeing it
was
right
he goes like you said he goes through all
Prime
these
King,
timelines. He does
King,
so much shit
Council of Kangs,
that it's always branching off to a new basically Kang.
Yeah, the council. They said the council.
So that's what I'm saying, like, I feel like-
Hold on, I want to read just the description.
No, but Cardi been trying to ask a question for a minute.
Well, I just want to, because you brought up the council, I just want to read the description and he can go into it. There's the Council of Kangs was a group led by Prime Kang that was tricked
Which is
by
the 616
Mortis
Kang, I
into
think.
eliminating all divergent Kangs into in the multiverse, and would ensure that Prime Kang destiny would end with him becoming Immortus. The Council of Kangs was eventually recreated as part of Kang Collective during the 8th 9 gathering of the Kangs and the Transportal Hub world. And then they exiled Kangaroo the Conqueror and finding him in front of all Kang kind. So that's what they.
So
I mean, I was gonna just say like that. I mean, if y'all like, I didn't know about the Kang Conqueror mix in or whatever, but to me, I feel like that would make more sense of even him going back to revive the old Loki, because he would talk to them like if Loki makes it to that point and realize Kang is like, I killed everybody, I'm just running this shit wherever I will do whatever I want to do, then in a sense Kang is like, I brought you here in a sense, you know what I'm saying, like but like
Matter of fact, in the books, Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards because he is
Yeah,
a
oh, yeah.
Fantastic
what
Four.
is
He was a
Nathaniel
regular
Richards?
person.
Jonathan Richards. I can't remember his
He was a
name.
regular person.
of Reed
Yeah.
Richards, like Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Reed?
Yeah, that's his.
So
like,
is that how we bring Reed? Like, is that like? Because I mean, that would be like
That's how
some
we
kind
would
of like.
probably bring
Well,
the
that would
be
Fantastic
the-
Four
Well,
in too.
I think in the next phase, once we start getting to Kang being the big bad, that's how we're going to branch out. I don't think we're going to get it that fast.
I mean, but that would be weird, like you saying now, because like if we using Tick and he's supposed to be Reed Richards, like you know what I'm saying, like
not Reed, Nathan.
his name?
a
Nathaniel
descendant.
Richards. And you got it's a descendant from like the 31st century.
Yeah,
That's a long ass time.
that's far.
But
That's far.
he finds out that he can travel between these worlds.
Yeah.
He decides to reinvent himself, become a conqueror, and he goes through these changes. So he's like an ancient being. He bounces through every single.
But I feel like
timelining
I
year.
feel like he's not gonna. I feel like he's bigger than what we're trying to make like Kang to be.
No, he is. He's huge.
Yeah, like I feel like
He's
Loki
supposed to be
might
bigger.
like, because I feel like Loki will hustle him. Like I feel like Loki will
No.
try.
No.
Or try, or even
He's
try.
not
Like,
going to. Loki's gonna go and be like, "Why? I didn't expect this."
So y'all want to hear my big crazy theory? But y'all gotta let me get it out before and live. You gotta.
I heard it earlier, so I won't say.
well, hold on.
anything.
Let me. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm saying, like, what I feel about Loki going back. Like, Loki goes back and saves old Loki. Like,
Why y'all think he gonna save old Loki?
No,
because
he
that
thinks
was that to me. If you're trying to say, like, only reason I'm saying this is because I feel like if y'all trying to say like the Kang Conqueror got to go back, like he got to get into the timeline somehow.
Who?
Kang the Conqueror.
He's out of the timeline.
He's
you know what I'm saying? Like in the actual universe, like to go.
He doesn't-
His
He doesn't have to
timeline
be
is
Loki.
in the future.
I think his
Kang can go anywhere,
I think
bro.
his thing is so much Liv thinks he already killed the time.
I'm pretty
Timekeepers.
sure of it.
My thing is, I think him and the Timekeepers, whatever they're doing right now, he's going to realize over the course of Loki, probably Doctor Strange as well. Like,
But do you don't think that he would make a deal with just as much as like Thanos made deals with people that he would make a deal with Loki
Dude,
to be like, I'll bring.
Kang is
No.
way beyond Thanos.
I
he don't
think
need
he's-
shit like
I
that.
think he's literally
don't
gonna
give
be
a fuck.
like-
He don't
But
even
Loki,
live in time.
but Loki,
got nothing that he can offer him.
I'm talking about. We're talking about Loki. Like Loki has to like discover him, and like we talking about like
I don't
now
know
y'all
if
saying
Loki-
like Loki just
I don't
like
know if
like
Loki-
now
I
y'all
don't
saying
know if
like
Loki's gonna
if
discover
anything y'all
him.
saying Kang is like OP and Loki even meeting him is gonna be like it's just a waste. Like Loki has
I don't know
to
if
Loki has
Loki-
to have some interaction with the Kang the Conqueror that would keep the story
I don't
into
think,
something.
No, I don't think Loki even meets him. I think
I
it's
agree.
literally gonna be like too much. So all this shit happened in Loki. Then we go to Doctor Strange. More shit happens, and by the time Ant-Man, because that his first confirmed viewing is
That's
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Where by the time that comes out, he's like, look, y'all done did too much. So much
But I
shit
mean,
happened.
what?
so
The
y'all
only-
don't think Loki going back in time and bringing back his old self would be a disruption of kind of like
We
a
don't
time
think
that
that's
he'd
gonna
be like,
happen at all.
One or two things. I think my theory about Kang already being part of the Timekeepers and then killing the other two and then they're secret. That would be one. That would be one. But the Timekeepers don't unless Marvel decides to change it. Isn't part of Kang, so something in that timeline that got disrupted is going to create Kang,
That
and
could
he's
also
gonna
happen.
come.
Yeah.
So
I
those are the
think-
two theories that I'm gonna stick with.
I do think he
I don't
kills
see
the
Loki.
time. I don't think it happened yet.
No,
Because I think by the time it comes
In my
to it,
second theory, I think he comes back and kills the
I
Timekeepers.
think by the time
I
it
gotta
comes to it,
evolve
and he's
it.
like, bro,
You gotta let me
y'all
get it
did
out.
too
Yeah, yeah.
much. Y'all did too much. Y'all can't handle time. I'm gonna handle time, and for that to happen, y'all can't be alive
But Kang
anymore.
don't care about handling time. That's not his
He
thing.
wants to conquer. He wants to conquer everything.
He wants to be able to maneuver through time to do whatever the fuck it is he wants.
So you
but
have
he
to be able to
don't
handle
want-
time to do
but
that.
he don't. No, he don't. He can maneuver through time, but he not gonna be like I'm taking over the timekeeper shit too. Like
How do you? You gotta figure.
he'll
if he's
probably
thinking the
wanna
timekeepers-
destroy it.
But you gotta figure if he's thinking the timekeepers. If he sees all of this happen, he's like the timekeepers can potentially stop me.
he'll
Why-
just kill them all.
My point.
That's what he's saying.
Oh,
That's
I thought you were
what he's
like, but not take over their position, just kill
No,
them.
he's going to kill him. Like, look, because time is my thing now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Time is my thing now. You,
So let-
you not. Yeah.
So let me tell y'all.
But for his own, for his
yeah,
own
for
reasons.
whatever his own reasons is. Yeah.
So I don't believe that. Again, I believe Loki is going to attempt to try to talk to Kang and everything. But here's where I think, and this is a super wild theory that I came up with. Let me get it out before y'all rebuttal, because I know y'all gonna try to rebuttal. All right.
I already told you my rebuttal earlier.
Yeah. So I was thinking about like the conversation that him and Loki and Mobius had, right? And they had the conversation and they was talking about how boring, like because everything is predetermined, how boring it is. And one of the things that they said was like, but don't you want to do something that's different? Like wouldn't you like do something that's unexpected, that's not that's out of the normal, what you would normally do, right? And so he was talking about that. So I started thinking about it and I said, what if Mobius is a variant Loki, right? And the reason why I thought about it, because I was thinking, I was like, Loki, they said, they announced it. They said Loki is always chaos. No matter what variant it is, Loki is always chaos. So what would be something that's different from Loki doing is being the straight edge person. But we're the double cross, because Loki always got a double cross. What I was thinking about, I would say, what would be the best way to meet the time keeps? Is being the best TBA agent, following this, whatever this case is, killing it, and then now you become the top dog, and now yes, the time agents, they're going to want to meet with you, and then now that's how you get your face to face with the time agents. And if you are a Loki and that is your end goal, because you know now you once you got the knowledge of it, and you like, I need to meet these people so that way I can do, like, that would be the long game. It was like, I'm going to do something completely different so they don't expect me to be.
my basic.
that was just like my wild theory that I came up with.
My basic rebuttal to that, and actually it goes into why I also don't think that this Lady Loki is Lady Loki.
Yeah, I don't think she's Lady Loki either.
Every comics, every Loki variant that they've shown has still had the black hair.
Yep.
And I think her name in the comics is Enchantress.
Yep, Enchantress.
Who is somebody, her actual name is like Sylvie, I forgot the last name.
That's what I'm saying, like I feel like the keywords, the statements and the things that people are
I
saying.
don't think that's Enchantress.
I do, because it's Loki. Loki gave her Loki created her and gave her a portion of his power, so that would make sense why she has that's what makes sense why even when she was doing her stuff, it's still green.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say. I agree to a certain extent because of the green.
But there's a bigger part.
But I don't think that's Enchantress.
What also in the when you watch it, like, and you see like the credits at the end, they named her Sylvie in the credits, and that's her Enchantress' actual name is Sylvie. And I can't remember the last name. Yeah. But her actual first name is Sylvie.
The credits. They didn't instead of calling her
instead of like the English credits called her variant. I want to say the German.
Who dropped the name?
I want to say it was the Spanish one.
Yeah, I think the Spanish.
Oh, that what everybody's talking about the Spanish? Like,
I want to say it was the Spanish dub. It literally said Sylvie.
They literally said Sylvie,
and so
it might be. I mean, it could have been.
And that's the name of Enchantress. That's Enchantress' name.
Enchantress in the comics is blonde.
Mm-hmm.
She essentially tries to emulate Loki.
Yep.
And like I said, Loki gave her a portion of her powers or his powers, so it would make sense for her.
So that would mean that we have to have another flashback of somewhere in the movie where this happened.
Well, and
it's a variant.
But what's so weird is that the only thing that's confusing.
Loki did it to her.
The only thing that's confusing.
It's not the Loki that we're watching.
One.
So
Mobius,
but here's what's confusing about that.
You know, I gotta have a crazy. I gotta have a crazy theory.
I'm kind of like, okay, like
I like this idea now. Like I like
because
this.
when I saw the green, I was like, that ain't really necessarily Loki.
I was like, wait, when did Loki start doing that?
Loki controlled people.
But he had the
confuses
staff.
me.
He never did it with his own hand, and that's what threw me off.
But what confuses me?
No, he never did.
He always did it with
this
the staff.
person, like,
and
like
that's what threw me off.
Loki, when they gave this Loki calling it like a variant, like when they finally announced
it was with
when
the
they
staff.
finally announced that this Loki was like a variant of Loki, I was like,
and that's what
this
threw me
nigga
off.
don't act like Loki. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, here's the thing. But here's the thing about I had to explain in Raquel. There's variants in Marvel Universe in comic books, from what I know. They never act like the original character that we know.
Yeah.
They're always different.
But they show the video. All of this is explained.
Whether they're physically different, whether they're mentally different. Like an example, Colossus in X-Men in Ultimates, he's gay.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yeah.
But that's besides the fact. The thing that throws me off is that the time people know when a variant is loose and they know who it is.
No, they only know when they fuck.
when they do
my
something
thing
random.
My thing is they know when a variant activity, and I think
remember a variant doesn't automatically deem chaos. You can be a variant and doesn't fuck up the time.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
But they know based off of the energy. So if Loki gave her a portion of his energy,
yeah, you're right, Didge. You're right.
They're going off that.
But you know what's so weird? Like, where would they fit that in?
So my assumption with how they do it with the timeline. I'm assuming the timelines are all these different, like Earth 616, whatever the other. I'm assuming they're saying
she's got to be for Earth 616.
Yeah, that would be the explanation, because Loki hasn't asked them
because there has been no. Well, this is the thing that confuses me. They keep the timeline going, right? There aren't any alternate timelines. There aren't. They always stop it before it hits that red line.
Yep.
So there aren't any. The variant comes when something in the original timeline gets messed up.
Yep.
Right.
So that means that Enchantress would have had to been made in that original timeline, because before Loki messing up the timeline, we never referred to anything.
Like remember Loki
when she lifted her hood and Loki saw who she was. He didn't say he went after her. So we don't know what Loki's been doing.
But remember, a variant only happened because the way that I understand it is that the timeline is always consistent, and the variant only happens when something breaks in that certain moment of time.
I agree with that.
So he had to have created her within that Earth 616 timeline at some point.
Maybe unintentionally.
We don't know.
Maybe he created her unintentionally.
Did says he looked like he knew her.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought he was startled that it was a girl.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't know.
I gotta go back and watch that scene now.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
But there is a female Loki though.
When he looked at her,
I don't think that's her though.
We saw that he was startled we don't know why he was startled. He could have been startled because we thought he was startled because it was a girl. Like, because it was a girl.
Was her
Loki.
hair blonde?
Yeah.
Like,
her hair was
hold on.
blonde.
Is it startled or shocked? It's
Well,
two
see,
different
that's what
things.
I'm
Like,
saying.
was he scared?
That's why I gotta
Like,
go
was
back
he
and watch it.
scared?
Scared. He wasn't scared. So maybe shocked.
He just shocked.
See, that's why I
shocked.
got to go back and
But
watch
I'm
it and see
saying-
because I don't.
Because the shock
I
could
didn't pay
be
attention to
the
his
shock
impression.
could be the
I
fact that
didn't
he
pay
may have
attention
did
to
something
his
that we don't know in the show,
And that's what I was gonna say,
in a
because
movie
Loki
of someone
clearly-
younger, and he's seeing the older like an older
Clearly,
random version
when
of.
when we saw Loki was DB Cooper.
That was funny.
That was very
I was
funny.
like, that's pretty cool.
Hey, did y'all pick up that he was Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
When they
I
were
didn't-
showing the holographic,
Yep.
when they show one in yellow, he was Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
I
he was
see
doing,
that,
he was doing a lot.
So when we saw that portion,
What did you say the girl's name was?
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
They called her Sylvie?
Yeah. So I'm thinking now, looking back at it, we saw that he was shocked,
I gotta go back and look at
and
his
I'm
expression, 'cause
wondering
I didn't pay
if it
attention
was
to
if it wasn't the shock of necessarily seeing a female variant of himself, and where it's like, fuck, how did
You get here.
Wait,
Like,
but I
how
got
you
a
get
question.
here?
All right, real quick question. Did he look at his own profile, right?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
remember
Because
he went to the basement and got the files on him.
It said fluid. His gender
it
said fluid. So I feel like he wouldn't be shocked at seeing a woman.
I think so. Then that leads more to
No, but
the
I mean,
fact-
I think that's what it, like, bro. He's amazed by TVA and everything.
But no,
I
if
think he
it- if
didn't
it
realize that he's like, there can be a female version of me.
But
I think
but he
it's
just saw
he saw if
he
it's
saw the
a-
ogre of him. He saw
Yeah.
the devil version of him.
But you
Why-
ain't seen a woman of you. Like, you didn't like.
that's a stretch.
No, because if you think about ogres and all this shit, you can always think about monsters,
So in the
men.
comics, Lady Loki is just basically Sif, who
But
took
she has
over.
a black hair, and she has black hair.
But she had black hair. But you know, Marvel always
I know, that's
makes.
why-
But they gave
subtle
them black
changes.
hair.
It's up in the air. I'm not saying it's. I'm
But
not saying
that's a
it's
good one,
confirmed. I'm not
Enchantress.
saying it's confirmed by any means
Because
but
of
I
the
just-
green. Because I for a moment.
But
I
that'd
was
be an
like,
extra good character to add this to the story. And they're like,
I was like,
Because
I'm
I'm just assuming that the way that they look at saying, "Hey, we know this is a Loki variant," is I don't think they're looking at like, "Oh, we talked to her and said, hey, no, I'm Loki." It's the fact that we know how your power energy looks.
But also,
And
I got to.
this-
but it goes
looks
with the
like
WandaVision thing though, because it goes with when we were talking about like,
The
like
next
no,
season.
what Disney realizes that niggas look at everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So when we did it, if you think about WandaVision, how we looked at the difference between
The color of
Wanda
their
and
energy.
like niggas
And
like,
that's
so it's like you
Well,
gonna
see,
watch that, you gonna put that in
I
there
bet-
to
And
see
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
And also, I bet you the changing of the Lokis is going to mean something. Because remember with WandaVision,
yeah.
the way, remember the intro, the way she said
I didn't
Wanda-
see it. I didn't know Loki's changed.
The Loki- the spelling of it changed.
Loki.
It's
Remember in
different, like,
WandaVision,
fonts.
it changed.
Yeah.
The color, her tone. Remember her tone changed with this last time on WandaVision.
Because I mean, the second episode,
So I bet you that's
the
gonna
second
mean
episode.
something.
He's pretty much like, I'm
Well,
here
the
now.
outro
I'm
changed.
with it. I'm with
Did y'all
it.
notice the outro change?
Yeah.
I
In
know
the
the outro.
outro, when they look at the pictures of the Lokis.
Oh, yeah.
The two pictures changed. The last two pictures, it was him in the TBA shoot, and then you saw the woman the female.
But like I said,
Lady
I
Loki variant.
think I'm and obviously we'll find out. I'm assuming the way that the TVA understands a variant is like they look at sort of your energy,
Yeah.
the color. I think the color is more so for us.
Yeah.
But it's like we can get a read on what your energy is. So if Loki gave her a portion of his power, theoretically you would think her energy is the same.
And so this is the last reason why I also when I was thinking of Mobius may be a variant of Loki, because whoever this Loki is knew.
Are you talking about Mobius as far as like Owen Wilson?
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think he's a variant of Loki?
That's my
No.
theory. This is my crazy
He
theory.
thinks that.
You think Mobius is
You
Loki
didn't,
trying to
that
help
whole
Loki?
spill that I just gave you. That was my theory.
Bro,
That
I
long
did
game.
not know y'all. I
No,
thought
don't
you
say
said
yours.
Morbius.
No, Mobius. No, but here's my last reason. And that the variant, the Lady Loki, right? So this Loki that we've seen, shocked as fuck about the TBA. Like, whoa, what the fuck is going on, right?
She knew.
She knows enough to know that remember it took Loki all that time to figure out about like, oh, she's hiding in the apocalypse. She already knew that. She already knew how to damage the timeline. She knew
I mean, I feel like
That's actually a
right.
fair statement.
So-
But I feel like if
that
anything, it
means
would be
that-
like
hold on, let
he
me
tried the
finish.
same thing with her though.
No, let me finish though. So
You
the
think so?
Like try to like what he did with this Loki, like try to bring her
no.
on.
Who would
who would have told her?
his whole thing?
My whole
was-
thing
No,
is-
Loki's the guy. Like we got think.
No.
his whole thing was, I'm bringing this Loki on because I need to stop a Loki.
Yeah.
Who was he trying to stop? Who was he trying to bring her on to stop?
But I feel like he kept saying like when they talked to him about, they was like he's like when they kept talking like we gotta eliminate these Lokis. Like he's like I'm going against the rules on this one. but trust me on this. Like I feel like
No, because they didn't talk about eliminating all Lokis. They said
they need to eliminate this
Loki,
specific.
and so that means that this Loki.
But I mean, no, they were trying not the lady Loki. They were talking about eliminating the main, like the main, the variant Loki.
One. They was going to eliminate him because of what he did in that one.
As a variant.
That's a variant. But
he's fighting to keep him because it's like I need to get. So I feel like he's
And
trying
so
to do the same thing
But
with that Loki.
But why does that make
use her?
Right.
It would be another. It would either be another Loki or somebody who that Loki is manipulating.
No.
But that could be the Kane thing. It could be
No.
whoever.
See, hold on, you jumping too far.
Okay.
Let me finish my theory. That's why I told you. You gotta let me finish it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your shit off.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is that lady Loki knows way too much, right? Now, all other variants of Lokis really don't know about the TBA.
Right.
So that we know. So this lady Loki, we don't
know that.
We don't know that, but this is what I'm assuming with my theory. So with this lady Loki, one of two things.
Actually pretty good.
Yeah, one of two things is what I'm thinking happened. And kind of what Didge was saying. That lady Loki, they was trying to use that Loki for some reason, and now that lady Loki knows for what though, and now she knows knows a lot about the TBA and trying to destroy it because of the full end. Or with my Mobius theory, like I said, Mobius was trying to do something, trying to get as if he's a Loki variant, trying to gather more Lokis to do stuff, and this Loki went rogue out of the plan. So now I got to get rid of this Loki, but I can't do it without another Loki, and this is the long game. This is
I don't like that.
Theory.
What I would give you is one quick is in some of that sense is like Mobius has a hint of what's going on with the time travelers, and he's like, I know a Loki would be able to like topple this to figure out what's really going on.
Or
I feel like Loki. If you think about Loki, if you think about Mobius,
I'm still
I'm just saying.
My wild theory is Mobius is a Loki variant.
Every other Loki, we know the current Loki wants to get a meeting with the timekeepers. How do we know she don't have the same thing? And she's her method of trying to do it is causing this chaos because now
they gotta come see me. They gotta come see me. They gotta come say, hey.
But I feel like what I'm saying. But I feel like in a sense like Owen Wilson or Mobius is doing like the whole
he's playing
Juju Kaisen. Like what is it like the role like fam like the teacher of Juju Kaisen where it's like Gojo where it's like he got some kind of power that we don't know. But everybody keep like, bro, like
I don't think.
Because remember he had that talk with what's the name in the office.
I don't think the overall TVA agents do. I think they have the technology.
Like Mobius, remember
I don't think the TVA agents have power.
But
I think they just know what the rules are. But I think that Mobius.
Remember that statement. I think there was a statement where there's like you remind me of somebody. He was like saying the same back to her when Mobius was talking to old girl.
I think she has power, but also in the comics, that character was Kang's love interest.
Yep.
Who?
The lady, the black lady.
The black, yeah.
You know that's a lady from Lovecraft Country.
No, not her. The judge lady.
The light skin. That's King.
Google. She's my love interest right now.
I forgot her name. But in the comics, she's Kang's girl.
That character is Kang's love interest.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see those kind of things. Cause like I feel like Mobius, if you put Mobius in a position of like, if trying to topple TVA or trying to like you would bring a Loki, like niggas trying to tell this nigga like, bro, you need to kill this nigga and do that. Like he like nah.
My wild theory is, I always have a wild theory in every series.
I don't agree.
Mine says Mobius is a Loki variant.
I don't think he's a variant. I think he probably a Loki fan.
If I had to give one wild prediction, I do think we see Kang in the series.
Okay.
And I think so. They also,
at least a voice. I would hear the voice.
At least the voice. I can see that. Because I know at one point they asked Jonathan Majors. And
I remember you saying that.
His statement was, I don't know what you're talking about. But it's like, that's an easy way to deny.
I don't know
what you're talking about.
But it could be a Tyrese situation.
God, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that. God damn it. I wanted to talk about that.
Tyrese.
Oh,
Tyrese
did y'all see that? Cause we can go that quick
what?
Before the end.
No, I ain't see that yet.
Tyrese.
So
Tyrese is in Morbius.
No, he's gonna be in Morbius.
He's in Morbius, right?
Tyrese is gonna be in Morbius.
Yeah, I don't know.
As
I don't know
what?
what role he has.
Who knows what role he has? So they was interviewing him, and then he was, and out of the blue,
so at one point he was like, "Yeah, we doing a lot with that's why I got pushed back to next year, to next November." And so the guy was saying, "Oh, they went through the whole thing. He's like, oh, so you guys don't like it? Yeah, we got to make sure it's ready to be in the MCU." And the guy was like, "So it's gonna be in the MCU?" He's like, "Yeah." Marvel had to come on.
Marvel was like,
no, actually, it wasn't even Marvel. It was Sony. It was Sony. Sony was like, It didn't get pushed back.
Nope.
And it's not an
part of the
MCU.
MCU at
I
all.
don't think Tyrese understands. I don't think none of that stuff is gonna be MCU related.
It's not. We know it's not.
I think they're creating
But Tyrese
their own
living his life.
Spider-Verse.
But
Tyrese is the drunk uncle of any franchise he's a part of. Because remember all the shit he
He
kept
thought,
with Fast and Furious.
He thought it was gonna be another Fast. I'm in another Fast. Like we're like,
Right.
He like this shit in the Fast and Furious, motherfucker. You
we
be
like-
he like
Transformers coming.
I watched
Mobius
the
gonna fight
interview.
Centurions.
I
We even
watched
got
the
masks.
interview.
Hey, he's like, you know, Jody from Baby Boy gonna pop up in there, right? You know what I'm saying?
He had, he was like,
He's like,
yeah, you know, that's why we pushing it back to November next year. And the guy was like, so it's gonna be in the MCU? He was like, yeah.
November of next year. I really want to see the Morbius movie.
Yeah.
The
Morbius is gonna be
interview came out, I want to say like 2 hours later.
Yeah,
Might not even
they
been 2
put it
hours.
out-
And they was like, hey, nah.
nah.
And they was real like the Jonah Hill meme. That,
no, not like.
All right, well, let's get some recommendations, man.
if nobody else can go,
Yeah, you go.
I recommend Record of Ragnarok. It's anime on Netflix. The gist of it is every 1,000 years, the gods, and I mean the gods, every single pantheon of gods, all get together and they decide whether or not the fate of humanity is going to last for another
That's
1,000
fucked up.
years. And this time,
It's that time again, boys.
basically, yeah, they
Alright,
were
man,
like,
we
they
gonna
were
keep these
sitting
motherfuckers
down.
or what?
They were sitting down. Zeus asked, because Zeus is the head god of all the pantheons. Like, they made Zeus the god of Christianity.
Okay.
He was the one who created Adam, all of that. And this time they were like, no, we're done. They gotta go. And Valkyrie, she brought out the rule that no, you guys wrote this in the rule of gods that if it comes down to the time where you're gonna decide to destroy humanity, we can have Ragnarok, which is a 13 round tournament to basically for humans they can fight gods to win their freedom for another 1,000 years. Basically.
Really? I might have to watch
And so
this.
It does sound dope.
it's a so they're going
What's
through
it
the
on,
tournament. It's on Netflix. It's called Record of Ragnarok. They have the only kicker of it is the fights move slow. So like I watched the whole season, and we were only 3 fights in, and it's supposed to be a 13 round tournament.
Oh man.
So
that shit like Baki. Honestly,
Damn near,
Yeah, it's like
damn near.
Baki was like 3 seasons for a whole like a whole
but
tournament.
like they fight like so like on the god side like you fight all the main gods like a Hercules, a Poseidon, all of like the main gods, and on the human side you're getting characters throughout history like they fought Lubu, they had Jack the Ripper's one of the characters.
Bro, imagine fighting Poseidon, he just drown you. I'm just
Poseidon,
gonna pour water in your lungs.
duh,
And
it
that's
was
it.
wild. They fought Adam. And like the fights, they cold because each human has like their own type of
Human
thing.
from what century? Current?
Anytime they pluck people out of history
Really?
because they're like, we need to pick the 13 best humans.
They gonna have
who
Muhammad
can
Ali
fight.
up in that bitch, Cassius Clay.
They had. I gotta look at. They
Tyson.
gave you the list. So like the fights that you see in this season.
Muhammad Ali Jr.
The fights that you see in this season, like, I can give you the fights because it won't tell you much. It'll just tell you who to fight. The first fights you see in this season are Thor versus Lubu, Zeus versus Adam.
Adam who?
so it was like celebrity
Adam,
deathmatch from the
Adam
anime.
and Eve?
Adam from Adam.
Adam from Adam and Eve is fighting. So he creates him, and then he says, "I'm just gonna fight the dude that I created."
That fight
Dog.
was cold.
Adam got
That
moves.
fight was cold. Bro. Adam got a move called Divine. It's called Divine. Is it Divine Recreation or Divine Reflection? Divine Reflection, where basically any move that the guy can do, he can.
What is
see
this
it.
called again?
Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of this, bro.
Any move the guy can do,
I'm watching this shit
he
tonight.
Can see it and
Like it's
react.
not like a Baki shit where it's like like
It's
putting
damn
fights
near.
to get
It's damn near, 'cause
matches and
Adam,
fights.
Adam was fighting with hands, bro. And like I said, any move like Zeus had a move where it was called meteor punch. Like he moving very fast, but because Adam had divine recreation, he saw it. He just matching it. It was cold. Like, and I think the third fight was Poseidon versus crap. I forgot his name. He was a Japanese swordsman. But like I said, all 3 fights were good, but they basically all lasted like 4 episodes each because you dive into the backstory of the god, you dive into the
And then
backstory
they fight,
of the human.
they give everybody.
Yeah,
it's
they
really
fighting.
it's like an educational fight It's like I said, it's educational celebrity death match. Like we gonna
Almost.
we gonna put like these legends together and give you at least a little synopsis on these like stories.
You giving the story of who they are, like, and obviously it's embellished because it's an anime. Like there's different stuff,
Right.
But it's like you tell their backstory, you tell the God backstory. They go to the story of why Adam and Eve, why they left why they left Garden.
They get a reason about like the apple.
Bro, they snapped.
don't need to talk about it. Let the nigga watch that.
You should just watch
Like,
that one.
Yeah, watch that.
You should just watch that one.
I didn't know Secret Invasion was actually going to be a thing. And I guess that is how... Okay, so Scarlet Witch is alluding to that then. Scarlet Witch, the ending of it.
Yeah.
Alluding to Secret Invasion, so they're bringing the Skrulls back. I didn't know they were doing Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I knew they were having a Secret Invasion. It's going to be a TV show.
Yeah.
Is it?
Series.
I hope they bring Deadpool in because he's the one that stopped it.
I mean, I'm sure.
I'm
they,
sure.
They've been talking about bringing Deadpool into the
They
universe.
confirmed that they gonna work him in the MCU.
Yeah.
But yeah, Record of Ragnarok, like I said, it has some slow points. The animation at some points, because I feel like it gets a little choppy, but it held my interest to I think it's only like 12 episodes, and I didn't even realize I was at the 12th episode, and I'm like, damn, let me see this next fight. Oh, I was like, oh, okay.
That's All
right, well, my recommendation, I'm gonna have two real quick, but I started going down this journey of playing Assassin's Creed, and bruh,
I gotta get Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite series out.
Odyssey is still my favorite of that series.
That's what I'm on right now is Odyssey, but I just love like the storylines. I love the mechanics of it. So
Odyssey turns into almost real life because your character be wild.
So like you know what, if you haven't really dove into Assassin's Creed, it's just one of the things that I'm just like, hey man, dive into it. My other one's gonna be a creator one. You know, for those who know, who seen like my interviews and stuff like that, y'all know, like I said, I rock with Kev on Stage heavy. His app, Kev on Stage Studio app, it's really a dope app, and they're putting out, they're putting out original dope content. They got a show called Crafts and Cocktail with that chick Angel, where she pretty much makes drinks, interviews, and do crafts with the people that she's interviewing. Super dope. Real Comedians of Comedy. They're doing like just like a challenge show. It's the Real Comedians Challenge show where it's really just it's Kev, Tahir, Tony, Angel, and they just do different challenges. Some of them is like dodgeball, racing.
Oh, I think I saw the dodgeball post.
It's a good
really
app,
good,
especially because everything's black owned.
Black owned.
Like these.
And then shout out to one of the favorite ones is they got Black People Don't Improv. So my homie, shout out Crystal Bubbling. She is somebody that I knew through music via DJing. She was a DJ, part of the Bum Squad DJs, and she was a big supporter of Streets and Young Deuces way back when. She also started doing acting, and you know, me and her, for somebody that I have never met, she's always been in my corner just as supportive. And I just remember she was in what was the McMillions. She was in the McMillions documentary. She played the black lady that got that was part of the scheme, right? So I remember seeing, I'm like, yo, that's Crystal, and we kind of reconnected. And in the moment when when Geekset was building and was trying to kind of put things together, she was one of the people that helped me out with a couple of key interviews that kind of helped push everything. So it's like, you know, she now has a show on that because she's part of an improv sketch group, and so when they do Black People Don't Improv, she's the host, and she's doing it, and there's multiple comedians coming through, and they're pretty much doing different improv things, and she's coaching them do it as far as like, we're going to do this, and they're kind of doing it. So it's like, it's just really dope, just black owned. Also, sorry about that, the last one also is Keisha E. She's on there. She's a comedian, but like when she was on like Zooming with the Homies with Tahir and just in general, there was a lot of black movies that she didn't watch. Like I'm talking about classics like New Jack City, like, you know what I'm saying, Jews, stuff like that, Color Purple. And so they essentially said, we are taking your black card away. So now she got like a black card show, trying to get her black card back, where she's doing things like learning how to cook, you know, how to fry chicken, or learning how to barbecue.
The ribs
episode was funny with CP, but it's like she's doing things to regain her black card back. Okay. So it's like, it's just a really dope app. So I would definitely say, man, looking like the Kev on Stage Studio app, it's available on your phones, it's available on this Sling. I know that, but it's available everywhere.
Yeah, it's all app stores.
Like app stores, it's really dope. That'll be my recommendation.
All right, mine is I think it's called I want to call it Tresse. on Netflix. It's an anime. But it's actually it's an anime that reminds me a lot of like if you think about like if you ever played the game like Bloodborne or what's
Interesting.
what's the other girl? What's the girl that everybody liked on Nintendo 64 and all that shit? That Blood Rain? No, not Blood Rain.
Nintendo 64.
The
Yeah,
black, you know, the girl with the black hair. Everybody like, oh fuck.
I thought you were gonna say Bayonetta at first.
Bayonetta. That's what I meant though.
Was that a
Bayonetta.
64 game?
I mean, they came out. Was it 64? Or was it
I don't think it was
GameCube?
64.
It came out on the Nintendo too.
Did it? I didn't realize.
I feel like
The
Bayonetta
first
came
Bayonetta
out.
I played was.
I feel like Bayonetta, unless they remade it or brought it out, Bayonetta came on the Nintendo system.
You might be right.
might be right.
Maybe Wii, maybe Wii or whatever.
Right.
But
I'm gonna trust you.
But I played it, of course, like on PlayStation or whatever. But I just know, like, but I'm saying like, but in general, like the anime is called Trece on Netflix, but it's like it's like a realm of like Vampire Hunter mixed with like demon, you know, monsters. Like it's in the sense it's really like our Blood Sea. Remember how Blood Sea, where old girl was supposed to be like?
This girl, right?
Yes, Bayonetta.
Yeah,
But she's not.
you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah,
is that the game you're
Switch.
talking about?
Yeah, that's the game I'm talking about.
I think Xbox was the first.
But I'm like,
Nah,
but
I mean,
the-
she was on she was on the
Windows.
Smash Brothers.
yeah, I think she's in
'Cause
Smash.
that
but,
picture
yeah.
I just showed you was from
Yeah,
Smash
like
Bros.
she was in some
okay.
like I know
Maybe
she's in
that's-
something
maybe
Nintendo.
that's what it was. 'Cause
I mean, I know her.
I didn't know. she
I
was
don't
on
know
Smash
her
Brothers
from
until-
Nintendo, but I know she was like. So my
But she
mind just
wasn't on
threw
the
me.
Nintendo.
My mind just went to the most
The first
recent
game
thing.
was 09, so
yeah.
Yeah, my mind went to the most recent thing where I feel like she was in Nintendo. Like they brought her into like Nintendo like late kind of thing. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
probably. Like I said, the fact that she was on the Smash Brothers.
But
the Switch
the
was the
Trece
first
game is like it's literally. I mean, Trece anime is literally about this woman who was kind of like her father was, of course, like almost just like a Van Helsing,
Okay.
but it's in the sense where it's like there was always this underground like organization of like demons and vampires or whatever, like an agreement to like follow in the human of the situation was the one that balanced everything.
Okay.
Like to make sure it's like and like the story kind of kicks off where it's like. You know, niggas start making side deals with the demons or whatever, and shit just kind of going haywire. And she's like this badass, like she got two demon motherfucker, like grown men that wear like the happy sad masks that kind of like back her up. But
Yeah.
she's like this badass, like everybody knows she is. When she steps, it's almost like you know what I'm saying. It's like being her blade, like she's like a blade or whatever. But it's like it's a Latin American comic book like that came to anime. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's already like a manga that was already out that came to anime. But it's like I've been starting to watch that. I'm probably like maybe.
Filipino.
Huh? Filipino. I'm sorry, yeah.
But I mean, a lot of Filipino names have like that Latin American last name.
Yeah,
and
but I
stuff.
mean, yeah.
can
So
see.
I'm like 7 episodes in, but it's like it's bloody as a bitch. Like I'm talking about head cut off. It's really violent.
I fuck with
Like
that.
and it's like it's one of them where it's like it's like if
I
you
love
think about
bloody
any
anime.
kind of like. I've been watching it in like the dub version, so like it's like watching like Blade, like you know what I'm saying, like the demons
Okay.
are everybody walking around, and she just kind of step in the ground. They be like, Trece, you trying to fight? You know what I'm saying? It's like she like, boy, let's get her. And, like
Animation was cool.
Like wipe everybody out,
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like that's been like I've been trying to. That's what I've been trying. Like when we talk about like putting it on while you doing shit. I thought I was gonna like. I didn't want to watch something I would watch already,
Right.
while, like doing shit. But I knew I was gonna be walking around the house, and it was like one of those shows where it's like as I was just doing shit, you just see like a death, and I'm like, whoa, what the
See, that's
fuck?
why
You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
can never watch
and then
new
you gotta sit
shows.
down now. Like now you gotta sit down. And, like,
I can't do a
I
new
could
show.
never do a new show and put it on while I'm doing something.
no,
Yeah, same.
What
watch
I've
this
learned
tonight.
though, like what I have been doing now. is like I'm definitely no dubs. Like you know what I'm saying? Like hearing like just watching the dub.
That's
but,
what be killing.
but
That's
a
why I
sub-
got me something I've seen already.
But a sub shit, like if I know I'm gonna watch anime, even if I ain't never watched it, I will sub so I can hear it in English because I'm not gonna watch it. I just want to hear it. So if I hear it and I see some shit, I'm like, all right, bro, let me pause this because I'm gonna watch this.
See,
It's
that's
like,
the thing.
you know what
I
I'm
hate
saying?
rewinding and going back. So that's why.
I'll do that in a
No,
heartbeat.
Because
I'll
my
do-
thing is
I'll
like,
do
like,
that.
like
I don't
when it
like to do
like when it
it.
comes to
And
anime,
that's why I gotta watch it. I gotta give
like
it
for
my
me
that
when it
is
comes
hard.
for me when it comes to anime, I don't never really pay attention to that much to like the real like dub version. So I can overhear it and see scenes or whatever, but I'm going to
I get watch
rewatch
both
it.
because of my daughter. So
Yeah.
I watch both. I get to watch both, and depending on.
So you
like,
get
if-
lucky with that. So like for me, I blow away the dub version because I know I'm gonna watch it again.
Ah,
Sub,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? So I listen or watch the dub version like in English while I'm like doing laundry, whatever, or doing some shit around the house because I'm not gonna pay attention that much. I'm just gonna hear
Yeah.
and know shit going on. But I'm gonna if it catch my eye to like I gotta really watch this,
Yeah,
then I'm gonna watch it over again and sub. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna rewatch it sub, or I would just stop from that point. Like if I know I'm like. I like this. I think I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna stop it right
Yeah,
there
you can watch
and just
it.
rewatch it later. You know, like
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
and just find something that's random. Liv?
No, I don't have really too much, but I mean, My Hero Academia, just because of the reveals that's been happening these past few weeks.
The last season. If you've been like we haven't talked about anything of current, any animes that we watched that were current at all.
We've been talking about what we've been watching.
I mean,
I mean, like how we do Dragon Ball, like when like shit, like we haven't been.
Well, because we've been all off. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, I was late on that. You know, I finished that, but
there isn't a show that we all four watched.
I've been watching.
I've been
watching My Hero. They actually, I was watching it just because I've seen the other seasons, and then this season started off again with more school shit, and I was like, whatever. But then the last fight from 2 weeks ago, like there was some reveals. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, this is something that is going to keep me interested here because now y'all unlocked another tier.
But if I want,
and now I'm much more interested.
Well, see, I have not read one drop of the manga of My Hero.
But besides that, you know, like, man, shout out the corn, Ron. Like me and Dog been.
I'm glad I was able to pass you on.
Like that's my best friend.
I'm glad that's your best friend now.
That's my best friend. Now.
I definitely been dropping the ball.
Hey,
like I dropped the ball. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like on my friendship. Corn my nigga. He my nigga for life. Hey. But I know I have not been the friend. I have not played my part in being the friend.
We so dope that like last week, like I forgot what day it was. Like last week Thursday. He shot me a picture of the Homelander. I've been looking for this fucking Homelander toy. Yeah. It's supposed to be released on Father's Day. He shot me the picture. He was like, "Hey, I picked you one up." I was like, "Oh, yeah." You know what I'm saying?
I went to go see Corn.
Can we talk about his wife business or that's the no-go?
With his wife business liquor?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna talk about too. I was gonna say
his wife liquor be fire.
Well,
yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
I'm doing my recommendations, damn it.
Yeah,
I was leading to my recommendation on it. But he put me on the Mezco toys. You know, he was always telling me about them. He was like, you know, once you have a Mezco, you ain't gonna go back. I was like, all right. So you know, I had picked up the Wolverine from him, and it was just Logan. But dog. It's so fucking dope that he's absolutely right that I had to pre-order something that's coming out next year from them because of how fire and the crazy.
You and what's the name? Ray been going crazy.
The crazy thing about the pre-order is like this action figure isn't a comic book action figure. Nothing. Mezco makes
friends who be getting figures.
Mezco makes their own line of like these dope figures, and the one that I got, I forgot the name of them, but they're these dudes that like do graffiti and shit like that. But they got clothes, you know, they got the hoodies, they got the gas masks, they got the headphones.
Oh yeah.
And then they got they got hands, they got middle fingers and shit throwing up. So you know, I had to buy. I went ahead and I pre-ordered 2 of them, knowing I shouldn't have, but I did it because you know they're gonna charge me next year. But I bought Mezco toys.
That's me on Entertainment Earth.
And I didn't fuck with Entertainment Earth.
No, I'm saying that's me. So many pre-orders.
But the one, and I gotta let folks know about this, like. Miles Morales has been my hands down favorite Spider-Man. You know, a little bit of bias there too, but I just love what they do with him. And a toy company called Sentinel just released a new Miles Morales. You know, I got the Mayfex Miles Morales with the clothes that you can take off. You know, but Sentinel came out with one similar. Cold as shit. Like he got his headphones, he got his iPhone, he got his spray paint can, he's got his big eye, little eye when he's surprised, and it's all from the
that's the one you ordered earlier.
You gotta look up Sentinel, the Sentinel one. The one, no, that's the Mezco.
No, I just typed in Sentinel Mouse.
Oh yeah, it's at GameStop's website for $89. It is very much worth it. I ain't received it yet, but I sold some toys and shit just so I can get this motherfucker. Right, that one right there. Look at dog.
Oh,
bro. That
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I like the eyes.
So what I'm doing,
he got
what I'm doing, and it sucks because I have to wait till next year for the other guys. I bought 2 of those graffiti type characters. You know, they look cool. I'll send y'all a picture after we done here, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna build a deal where it's a brick wall with magnets on it, and I'm gonna have Miles on it. stopping these guys, one of them flipping them off, and then the other one still tagging on the wall. Because I'm gonna do the tags on the wall and shit like that. So like I'm really excited for those.
Liv,
but
I feel like you would like
but
that.
fuck Corn for putting me on this shit like this too.
Corn my nigga, man.
You know what?
Dog, Corn, he secretly sell drugs. He got to.
Well, you know what?
Because he ordering like $800 worth of toys every 2 weeks.
That's a man that has a good life. Like his
You
wife.
wanna know what's super dope?
I feel like his wife definitely let this nigga like y'all good.
That.
You wanna know
is
what's
that?
super dope?
Is it a statue?
We got 2 instances of people meeting people and
It
it
looks
became
dope.
friendship. Because in the Discord, Ray on the Discord, Digi and Ray figures going crazy in the collection Discord, and they are killing it.
But what y'all buying? Y'all buying Pop Stores?
No. Ray don't fuck with
What
Pops
figures
like
you
that.
buying?
I got a
Bro, you gotta
a lot
go
of
back
them
in the Discord,
a lot
bro.
of them in store.
They get it
I got
bopping.
a Darth Revan coming. I got a
Digi and Ray
I got
going
Obi-Wan
crazy
coming.
with the Discord.
I got these Broly ones, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I haven't made the purchase yet. Ray been showing me the links.
Ray been doing he does a lot of Star Wars stuff and everything.
The
Like,
Goku
they doing
one,
actual figures.
the
not just
Goku
Ray
one is
don't really
killing me
fuck with Pop.
because it's coming from Japan, and I just can't justify paying $80 for it on top of whatever shipping's about to
As
be.
far as the collector area,
Bro,
in our
the
Discord is
figures
is
that
dope.
that I pre-ordered are $125 each, bro.
Speaking of our Discord,
But they're exclusives. I'm sorry, and I just gotta say, I'm probably gonna sell one because it'll sell for double to triple the price of what it is.
This Broly instead.
All right, so speaking of the Discord, the OG recommendation, make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com. Make sure you check out all our past content. Go to our shop. Make sure you purchase. You know what I'm saying? We got the Geek collection, man. You know what I'm saying? We got everything rocking. Shout out to Deborah Wilson, man. Shout out to Deborah Wilson. She's
love.
You know,
I love her.
Queen. But the Discord right now, I really want to shout out the Discord because the collection area going crazy. I mean, like, you know, people are posting a lot of their dope pops, figures, just things that they're collecting. We got a shoe section, you know what I'm saying, that's been going good. You know, people just posting the kicks that they getting, just in general.
There's spoiler sections for various shows.
Yeah, it's just a really dope community that we got going on. Over 50 members, and it is really dope.
Oh, we growing. I love it.
Yeah, we growing.
We definitely growing.
You know, make sure you go to our youtube.com/GeeksetPodcast. We got a lot of shows.
Still on the road to 1,000.
Still on the road to 1,000.
You don't want Liv to
pull up on you. Liv got a video message on there. Make sure you check that out.
Hey.
My favorite video that we have put out.
Yeah,
man. I love that video.
When he sent that to me,
When you
Real
say you
care.
needed the video, it like clicked. I was like, dog, I'm about to do this.
I was
like,
I was
this is what
on
I
my way
wanna
to
do.
Best Buy when you sent it.
It was
I
so-
was crying.
It was so rustic. It was so rustic. It was so
I
like.
legit laughed out loud when
Yeah.
I watched it. I said, "Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious."
I feel like Lip was putting like bum, like he was putting like bum lips on niggas. Like,
Follow us on all social media at Geekset Podcast. Also, because I don't think we talked about it last episode, but if you are a fan of Jupiter's Legacy, or you did like it, or you just want to get a little bit deeper insight, I did talk to Mike Wade, aka The Flare, from Jupiter's Legacy. We had a really dope conversation on 101 with Deuces that is already active and live on our YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Check it out. We got a lot coming for
Subscribe right
season.
here.
Yes, definitely subscribe. We got a lot coming for season 4 of 101 with Deuces and season 2 of Geekset Rewind, and then we also got some more content coming. So
New
definitely
shows coming.
new shows coming. So hit that subscribe button. Trust me.
Check out the Patreon. You can see sneak previews and stuff.
Check out that Patreon. Patreon.com/Geekset is one of the best ways to support us and help us grow. And as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.
Peace.
peace.